All right, welcome back to another Star Rail stream. Probably closing off 3.5 tonight, hopefully. We are still continuing with the main story of Amphoreus. And it's interesting. Basically, can we get through here? No. We can't go through there either. Basically, what had happened last stream is we are going to be starting another iteration because Herta and Screwllum have bought us more time. And yeah, we will see how that goes. We will try and defeat Lygus, maybe, somehow. But first, we have to figure out how to actually start an iteration, and apparently, this should be the place where we can do so. So let's descend.
Now step away from this false banquet. And then onto that bloody stage.
What place is this? And what is this back there?
The palace that worshipped the ocean. The sanctuary connected to the vortex was also once the battlefield of the first flame.
But yeah, basically Lygus is telling us how the past had gone. The flow of time has slowed down. When was this slow-mo feature added? I didn't even realize this. That'll be interesting.
Exuberant song halted the passage of time in this place, imprisoning my body and shielding her soul from deterioration.
Oh, okay, I see.
All just to await your return. The twisted time and space reflect her confusion.
So reunite with the heroes of the past. Can I get that one? Apparently not.
So, the Imperator's crimes were veiled.
Now I can. Okay, looks like we can't go back anymore because now that it's destroyed. Dead people everywhere.
Stay away from Apollonius.
This cup of honey.
And these seem to be
What a sweet aroma.
corrupted sea sirens, so basically Hysilens, but corrupted sort of.
Dux Hakalithist. We can't give up here.
But we will play through the entirety of 3.5 today, I would assume. We will see how. I mean, I would expect that we'll complete it tonight. If it's shorter than 3 hours, we will still quit, basically. But we will see. I doubt it will. Was it a waste of ultimate? No, never mind. Right, that's the first round at the very least. Second one. Yeah, I had to pull this one because I did not wipe with the attack we would be getting.
This combat me. This is double speed.
But yeah, we will see. I mean, we've been introduced to Evernight at this point. Evernight would have been one of the characters that will be added in next version. Or rather, that would have been added if we play the next version, if we play continuously as is. Of course we aren't, so, but yeah, it is still a good guide point in terms of story relevancy, right? But anyway, 4 enemies that are attacking us, but that seems fine. Or maybe not. I don't vibe with that. But anyway, we will want to go for this. This does unlock the Acrid ultimate, and that should at least get rid of some of these side enemies. Never mind. Okay, there we go.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
That's some weird sounds, by the way. I have to say that. Yeah, it was kind of to be expected. Didn't really have a heal ready. but now we have. So that should at least...
Good times. Time to say bye.
That should at least help us here now. Let's see. There we go. Now we can continue.
Look. I chased the enemy away. But I think...
But it will be interesting to say, like, when we get to the next iteration, right?
Virginia.
I'm guessing we will be spawning in Aegis Elysiae again. Probably with Cyrene?
I'm glad
Cyrene?
to die
I would
by your
assume.
side.
Such
But the issue is,
an
like,
ironic twist
what
of
will
fate.
Lygus attempt this time around, right?
Even as the
That's still a
foundation
problem,
of
like,
the
he
world
will
crumbles,
also
the
come
heartless
along.
Imperator
So,
still made the
I
same
would not be
decisions she
certain
did
about that
in the
at all.
past 30 million cycles. During the first Flame Chase journey, the Flame Chase Legion stormed Styxia. Tens of thousands of sea sirens surged from the River of Souls, crashing toward the heroes like a tidal wave. The hell before you is the recreation of that very battle.
So, Hysilens saw how
Apollonius.
basically...
Look. I chased the enemy away.
Which is the same voice lines again. There's a chest. Oh. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to walk past them, but I guess never mind. Unless... Unless you know. Can they not?
Apollonius. Look.
I guess they can't.
I chased the enemy away.
Yeah, because now it's gone. That's annoying. I don't know why we can destroy this. I don't think we'd want. I'm not sure why we'd want this. Maybe something will happen and it'll tell us what it is, but yeah, I don't really see a reason for it. Unless it'll start to roll down. Could have tried.
Look, it's the Deliverer.
But yeah, nothing happened. Okay. Right. Lygus once again.
A painful past, yet hidden beneath a veil of joyful song. Two discarded data clusters waiting.
That looks like
for
the
someone's
Craterus guy.
return.
Not sure about this
It
person, to be
seems.
honest.
Relive the history, then pass through the temple's waters and come to my side.
So, I'm gonna be curious to see how we travel back. And what'll happen on the other side of the world, right? That's a little interesting. So we can't go down here. Interestingly enough. Kind of a cool effect though. Wait, ascend. Where would oh, there's a second. Okay. That's good to know. Can't go down there. Those guys do not pay attention. Cool. Oh. Okay, there's something. Okay, I need to go down there. I see.
Isn't that the Deliverer?
What a wretched way to die. The
Well, yeah,
flame chaser
basically, we keep seeing the
devoured by
past.
warbling fish.
Or
never
no,
saw
this
it
should be the
coming.
future. Never mind.
Look, the cruel Imperator and her Knight Commander, the pitiful Warden. What a perfectly matched duo of test subjects. Their hands drip with blood.
Yeah, we still, even though he said we'd be
Blood.
done, he's definitely still,
Raise the bridge.
he's definitely still
Cross
like
the river of fate.
showing us
This
stuff.
path of the prisoner is far from over.
Imperator! Imperator! Did you see my gallant deeds, Imperator?
Would that allow us to walk?
A
Oh, it is?
sovereign and the sword at her side. There are countless counterparts across the cosmos. Most of their stories end in tragedy.
Right, well, I guess we'll be hearing on to their conversation, or will we participate? I doubt
Imperator,
that.
why did you?
You're here, Dux Gladiorum.
You ordered me to seal the sea route and handle threats from the rear. So why didn't you wait for me to return? Why send the vanguard ahead and let them die in vain?
Die in vain? No, you're wrong.
But it's still interesting.
golden
They
blood won't be
were
spilled
fairly
for nothing.
important, but
The other dukes have paved
they have
the
not
road
really
for me
been
to become
involved
the
in
god of
Amphoreus
law.
until now.
The trial of law? You never spoke of this to anyone. What is...
The one who wishes to bear law must purge this world of its curse, and offer the blood of the accursed as sacrifice.
Question is,
I
what is the
pondered long
curse?
on what Talantin meant by blood of the accursed. Then, I found the answer.
Is it the iteration
You,
thing?
I, and every Chrysos heir summoned by the prophecy are the accursed ones. Just like that arrogant
Right.
Theoros said, our golden blood is the agent of destruction, the antithesis of the world's fate. Dux Frigoris, Dux Brumalis, Dux Helcalethist. Their fate was sealed at that moment. Dying on a
I do feel
glorious
like that this
campaign was
section of
final
the story
gift I
is
could give them.
rather complicated again. But from my understanding,
You speak
they
as if
are
didn't
now
die because of
saying
your
what had
cold-blooded
happened
schemes.
in between,
Was there loyalty
or like in Okim, no, sorry, not in Styxia, in between us being hidden and like
Losses
us
are
coming back,
constant on
basically.
the flame chase journey,
I
among
think.
which even life itself holds little value. If a subject marches to war without that conviction, then yes, as you said, shallow loyalty means nothing.
And what about my loyalty, Cerydra? You sent me away under the pretense of guarding the rear. Was there any shred of humanity left in you?
No
'Cause
answer?
You
No,
still
mind.
have a duty no one else
Just took
can
a
bear.
while to respond.
Only you can uphold Fagusa's divine authority. The choice is yours now. Cast off the chains of loyalty and drive those blades through my heart. Or stand with me
And that's
and
how
sever the ocean's last
Hysilens killed Cerydra.
breath. If you no
or how
longer
it came
share
to
my
be.
vision or believe in the new law I seek to weave for Amphoreus, then go on and end me. The Imperator of Amphoreus may be ruthless and cruel, but never a hypocrite. When I say life itself holds little value, know this. I am ready to sacrifice everything for the ambition to conquer the
So,
sea of stars.
did Cerydra in the end side with Lygus again?
Now
It didn't
you
sound
see
like it,
the
but like
brutal Imperator
initially, but
was willing to
I'm
spill the
I'm
blood of
unsure,
500
personally.
heroes to complete the trial of law. As for my poor warden, her suffering had only
But I do still wonder
just
what'll happen
begun.
once we actually go back. So what did Hysilens choose? I mean, pretty sure she killed.
Storyteller.
That's what I
have no
thought.
duty
I thought
or
Cerydra was killed.
interest in filling in the history you've missed. I just want you to witness the monstrous choice the Imperator made before the Chrysos Heir turned their blades against me.
Oh, but this is... Okay, this is done before then. Okay. By the way, why are you showing me this? You'd think I'd falter because of this? They are nowhere near as bad as you. Let's ask him why he's showing it.
I gave up on using words to solve conflicts 2,000 years ago. But I won't squander a chance.
That was even before we showed up here. Or like before we came to this iteration.
Walls of your conviction, then my victory is already assured. Now that the past is settled, let's turn
I would argue that it will not be, but
back to
there's still like a lot of question marks. We obviously now know Evernight, but what happened to the proper March 7th? That is the question mark still? We know that Foley appears to be on our side now.
Is the past ahead underwater? I need the Oryx orb to bring back the chrono vessel from the past.
Okay, the question is... Oh, Miracle Orb?
Shatter the vessel of time and let this stagnant pool start to flow again. Just like the broken fate of Amphoreus.
Oh. Am I like supposed to attack this? Oh, that's this thing.
Does that hurt?
There we go. That was interesting.
To the vortex.
I had to use that to actually do that.
The time of our reunion draws near. This
Do I want to reunite? I don't think
leads
so.
to the vortex.
I actually do not think so.
Hurry now. The time of our reunion draws near, Deliverer.
Well then, this guy is asleep again. Not much other info to be had there. We can't do this yet. Right, so... I would kind of like to...
This cruel journey.
I would kind of like to know what is upstairs.
Last.
I would actually love to know what's upstairs. Don't mind me real quick. We should have enough time, plenty of enough time. Ah, there we go. There we go. Now, what are you? Oh. Okay, that's... We can disengage that. There we go. It's basically just a bunch of things. Basically. Just a few more extra things up here. Not much else. Still think it's funny how everything is slowed down though. Especially
No
this
surprise
thing. Kind of
there.
funny. At least you do not have to catch it multiple times in that case. Okay, but there's nothing else interesting down here. So, time to go back down. At least the elevator is fast still. Imagine if it was like regular as slow as this, right? Imagine if that was the case. But anyway, I do want to check on this thing. Okay, there we go. It's also gone down here. And is this just another way? Okay, I can use enhanced prayers here, but nothing changes. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Isn't that the dilemma?
I guess so. Right now we can slow this down. I don't know why we would want to do that. Oh, because it further depletes that. So what happens if I completely go back? I don't think I would need to. Okay, feels like it's just, okay, interesting enough. I'm surprised it just repeats. Either way. So it continues to go further even now. Interesting. Not sure if that's supposed to be the case, but, you know, I'll take it. Okay, here we go.
We can use it.
Let's go through this door, and then...
You've been silent a long while, Dux Gladiorum. Starting to doubt your decision?
Save your breath. The vortex of Fagusa lies just ahead.
I don't know what, I mean, from my understanding, or at least I thought, Cerydra would be murdered by Hysilens. That's what I thought would happen.
After the trial, there's nothing left between us.
So you'll stop swimming toward the stars, Dux Gladiorum?
I was always a creature of the sea. The stars in the sky were never meant for me.
Interesting that we just got that message. Does it repeat at some point? Maybe. I was about to ask what that is. Okay. Right, go forth into the deeper abyss.
A gravestone.
No surprise there.
But whose name does it bear?
Must be Cerydra, no?
It was here that the prisoner, who thinks herself the prison warden, made her choice. Witness, listen, and awaken. Dux Gladiorum.
Lygus is still
I've lost
around,
count of how
but
many
like now
times
in
you've stood
presence.
here over the past centuries.
You talk too much for a prisoner like Kurgus.
Two geniuses who defied law and all the Chrysos heirs who sacrificed themselves in
But
this
so I will be very
worked
interested to see how
chip
the entirety of
away my
Amphoreus
strength.
plays out, right?
But you can never affect my will. And as long as my will remains intact,
I mean, we gotta break the sky somewhere. Like there, we have to go out of here with a W. So the question will be,
Don't
how
get ahead
can
of
we get
yourself.
that done?
I still have ways to change
How
your
will we be?
divine
How
soul.
will we be able to get this done?
please.
I am
do
not sure.
Surprise me, but I'd say your mission is nearly done here, isn't it? Oh, it was here you gorged out the core flame of ocean from Fagusa's body. It was here you and that Imperator both completed apotheosis, becoming pillars of Amphoreus. And after that... You drove your blade into her heart. A loyal subject turned regicide. A demigod committing deicide. Or so the history books paint that tragedy. Oh, but if that's the truth, then why, after 1,000 years, are you still here, guarding the Imperator's grave?
So,
Still
Imperator was
bound
Cerydra.
by loyalty. Come to think of it, perhaps
I didn't realize one of her
I'm not
hands
the
was
only
red.
one
Was always the
imprisoned
case?
here.
I haven't realized.
Your calm does stir the rage in me. As if the one paying the price here isn't you, but us. The ones who lost everything.
That's only because I've waited 13 million lifetimes for my vision to be realized. Loneliness never once showed me its fatal side. In fact, for a prisoner of the cave, it's more like
We're still hearing the memory between Hysilens and
helps
Lygus.
me think.
As we go or get through, I don't know why he's showing us this. I mean, I guess he's trying to weaken our resolve in a sense of basically going ahead and, in a sense, showing us this and hopefully getting us to, you know, no longer do that, basically, in a sense.
That would be.
You're right, Lycurgus. Loyalty, curse, the fall of my kin, and this endless waiting. These shackles are too heavy for a fish that cannot perceive any light. I can't break free of the whirlpool that's pulling me under. Nor do I have the unwavering resolve to force myself to wait for that person's return.
Actually interesting how she keeps, like, talking fish terms, in a sense. Actually interesting how they made this.
My executioner. How much longer until he arrives here?
We are supposed to be here now.
Will he ever return?
I don't know. And I doubt anyone does.
Then
Maybe Lygus was confident. I mean,
will you
he wasn't scared by the fact that we are back. So I feel like he still has a plan. We will see.
Cerydra. This
We
will
will
be the
see.
last time I carry out your decree.
In this
Ever
instance.
since you took me under your banner and made me the Dux Gladiorum, my music has belonged to others. Time and time again, I use the siren's song to lure the unwary into illusions for your schemes and strategies. Now, let
But
the
still,
siren
I do
Electra sing
wonder
first.
where they place the cutoff.
Let me step
I'm
into
getting the vibe
endless
that the
dream
next
of
iteration
my
will only
making.
be shown in 3.6. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Oh, great ocean. I offer you the rest of my
Which
clarity and my freedom
will be interesting.
in exchange for the strength to stand against the nihility and honor
I mean,
the
it will be
sacrifices
interesting to
of
see what the
fallen
game will
heroes.
do, what Star Rail will end up doing, how, like what I have in mind. We are closing in to the end of Amphoreus in general. Like, this is
Greyfry,
mission
deliverer from
6 out
beyond the
of
sky.
9. So after this stream,
When you
we'll
ride the
officially
current of
have a
time
third
and
done,
find your way
or third left.
You'll hear my solo. It will guide you to the heart of this world. By then, I may still be lost in my self-wrought slumber. But I'll uphold my part of this long relay and guard the shackles that seal the Theoros. Do you still remember?
I mean, I'm glad that we get another
To awaken
shot at this.
someone from a siren's voice,
I
you'll need
forgot. Agos's honeydew. I actually forgot. I would have
the
been
gift I
screwed.
once gave you. May you still have it when the time comes.
To be fair, we were hidden away for 1,000 years, so,
When
you know.
return, please pour that honey brew upon this grave. It holds the story of all our struggles and sacrifices. May you see it one day. The prelude Amphoreus wrote for your return, carried forward through a 1,000-year relay. When your morning ends, I'll likely wake from my dream as well. Then, follow the trail of echoes and find me. And together, we'll bring judgment upon the sinner who defiled the erudition.
Right.
At long last, 33,550,336 cycles and 4,931
I mean, does he know that Herta and Co. bought some more time? Because this is not the final iteration after all. From my understanding.
Gave everything. Yet all they did.
Maybe he doesn't know, which would play in our favor, right?
A futile
So
effort.
maybe he just simply doesn't know. In which case this would be perfect, but we will see. Someone's mad.
They were no shadows. Everything they did shattered the darkness of this cave and unearthed the core flame of Trailblaze. And now, with that core flame, I'll light the dawn of Amphoreus!
I was about to ask what that voice was. I didn't expect him to actually have footsteps, considering it's like some kind of hologram. But never mind.
But I respect your tribute to them. Allow me to take back my earlier words. As an apology, and in the name of Theoros, who saw all destinies in this world, let me join you in mourning. Let us bid farewell to the heroes who sleep here. And then let us face each other and decide whose flame will rise with this new dawn.
Alright, debate for the heroes. To the crisis heirs who gave their lives chasing flame, their fates were not foretold by prophecy, yet they bore no shame in their insignificance. With unwavering resolve, they shed golden blood along the flame-chased journey. Read the inscription, sure. Dax Fragoris Labienos, born light calendar 3743. Deceased light calendar 3960. Dax Promadus Seneca, born light year 3749. Deceased light calendar 3960. Dax Carminum Virginia. Virginia. Born light calendar 3853, deceased light calendar 3960. Dux Halocaliphist Apollonius, born light calendar 3704, deceased light calendar 3960. At the end of the long epitaph, Cerydra the Imperator, the demigod of law, deceased light calendar 3960. There you go. I'm pretty sure it was mentioned before that, I believe, didn't Hysilens even mention it herself, I think? Let's see. You pour the honey brew onto the gravestone, amber liquid seeping through the crevices of the inscription, as if the heroes are drinking deep of the spilled tribute.
To Virginia, Apollonius, Seneca, Labienus, and Cerydra.
Through a brutal sacrifice, they lit the stars of law in this world, propelling Amphoreus's fate forward.
I believe we we joined in, I think, like year 3800 something, right?
Entrusting their dreams to ride among the stars, to the hero yet to come.
Commemorate the second flame chase journey with honey brew. To the Chrysosers who gave their lives for a new world, their fates, as foretold by prophecy, are to be born whenever the world needs them, irrespective of how time and space may shift, all to fulfill their duty and answer their calling. Terrorbox, the demigod of Earth, born approximately 2,000 years before the light calendar system, deceased light calendar 3961. Aglaia, the demigod of romance, born light calendar 3860, deceased light calendar 4210. Castris, the demigod of death, born light calendar unknown, deceased light calendar 4253. Midemos, the demigod of strife, born light calendar 4071, deceased light calendar 4284. Trepios, the demigod of passage, born light calendar 3720, the last piece of her deceased in light calendar 4295. Cyphera, the demigod of trickery, born light year 3942, deceased light calendar 4534. That's when everything would have gone dark, because then the light would have been revealed. Anaxagoras, the demigod of reason, born light calendar 4065, deceased light calendar 4534. Hyacinthia, the demigod of sky, born light calendar 4297, deceased light calendar 4602. At the end of the epitaph, a line left unfinished, that'll be for Hysilens. Electra, demigod of ocean, born light calendar 3860, deceased light calendar blank. You tip the chalice once more, the honey brew bathing like the stone like golden blood upon a demigod, forging destiny through its purifying flow.
To Aglaia, Trebios, Midemos, Castris, Anaxagoras, Cyphera, Hyacinthia.
In a relay spanning 1,000 years, they stood against enemies far beyond their strength, and won a bitter victory through what seemed like futile resistance. And in that same 30 million cycles, also marked by futility, they remained steadfast in fulfilling their duty to the experiment, unchanging, unwavering. Let this be the end of mourning the fallen. At last, allow me.
Still will be very
final
interesting to
toast
see what will
to the
happen
lost
once we go
prison
back.
warden, a
So I don't know,
prisoner
this could go
bound
either way, right?
by loyalty.
That voice. Could it be?
Bathed in the honeydew of Fagusa, she will awaken from her thousand.
But so actually, note one thing. On this list, we haven't.
Song of
There was no Cyrene. Even though it seemed like Cyrene was dead as well, but I guess. But I guess Cyrene is not a demigod, then, or not part of the prophecy.
Of the siren's illusion, a sigil Electra used to bind herself. At the same time, it is the very thing I once proclaimed at the start of the show. A microcosm of Amphoreus itself. A group of prisoners bound themselves in a cave, crowning their suffering with heroism. An epic staged with shadows and echoes. Now, destroy it.
Do I want to do it? I mean, I guess we kind of have to get actually out of here.
Will take his leave for now. And when next we meet,
I suspect that'll be then at the.
shall be the moment that decides the fate of Amphoreus.
Ah, please don't.
And
Oh, sorry.
the prison warden's dream is nearly over. And the prisoner will soon be freed to the final execution ground, where I shall be executed, or be the executioner.
Well, we will see how this is going to go. There you go. The wall breaks apart, which I guess probably reveals the Genesis thingy. Let's go through it.
This world and I shall halt
Oh.
here until we meet again.
A random piece floating? Okay, I'll just ignore that. We have a chest here though. I'll take that.
We can use it.
Oh, what? It's here?
The last demigod. I'm here.
Oh, I was wondering about the camera. Can we? Oh yeah, okay. The camera, interestingly, snaps back as soon as you go here. I was actually thinking this might already be the place, but I guess never mind. Oh, we can modify the camera again. There we go. Like I thought this would be the Genesis, the Genesis fountain thingy, but never mind. I'm gonna have to monitor the audio, by the way, because it feels like this is rather loud, but I don't think that's the case. No, I think it's fine. Okay. So, the final demigod that is still around.
For the belief in Flame Chase.
The final demigod that still exists in this iteration.
Blood's glory.
Nope. This guy doesn't say anything. This wood doesn't either. And you're even less. Sudden cutscene. That transition could have been better, but anyway.
Seems like my feast is over. It's now your turn to perform.
And there you go, we are back
Please
at this
accept my
place, and we now need to give our the
I was
final
the only
core
one
flame.
left after the world was destroyed, and I maintain this lonesome feast with my songs. I have prayed to that lightless sea for centuries, hoping it would reply to me. Yet the emptiness never answered. Thankfully, you arrived as promised, and everyone's wait was not in vain.
Luckily, imagine if it would have gone wrong. The long wait must have felt like torture. Are you still holding it together? Your song is beautiful.
Even though madness claws at my mind, my sword stays sharp, my hands agile. If I can uphold this last battlefield, clarity is but an afterthought.
Right, the question will be what will happen
You
once
and I will walk
we
towards
actually
the
go
end of
back.
this world.
The
heroes have waited
I'm
for
a
this
little
moment
afraid of
for
a
far too
cliffhanger
long.
here, to be
Let
honest.
us use our blades to testify our resolve.
Like, I would kind of expect that, but we will see.
Oh, prisoner of the seas. Theoros carrying 30 million cycles of sea.
We will see how this
Slain
is going to
erudition.
end,
Show yourself. The deliverer
or how
has
this
returned,
iteration will end.
and the time of your execution draws near.
I see an awakened human who has mistakenly taken fallacies as truths and has returned to the cave to try to bring his friends into the sunlight he once bathed in. Alas, prisoners will always be prisoners.
Lygus is still
blind to
obviously
the
very
chains
confident.
that bind them.
Should he be this confident?
Existence with free
That will be
in this
something we
world.
will still
I
have to find
express
out.
regret toward your choice, but I shall retain your right to express yourself. After all, every actor should have a final line.
It does still feel
before
like
they
we have
bow
plenty of
out.
cards still on our side. It's time to end everything. The demigods defeated, you clown. For a narrator, you're awfully talkative. That could go either way, that sentence I just
look
picked.
forward to it. The last dusk this world will ever see shall become the climax that decides the fate of the cosmos. Oh, what an
But you know,
appropriate end.
still, it will be very interesting to see
The Amphorean
where this is going to
demigods
go.
use every
What will we
ounce
see
of
in the
their
next
strength
iteration?
to constrain me here. Yet,
What will we change? What will Lygus change?
My
It's like
cognition resides
we know that
in the
Lygus can
absolute.
still change the
It
flow
is
before we
pointless
can.
to defeat my
Because
avatar,
like
projected
it will
into
take us a
the
while
spirit.
until we get to
My
Okima. Keep that in
body is the
mind.
shadow
So
cast on the wall by the fire, and my
it's gonna be a
words
massive
are
question
lingering
to see what will
echoes
happen.
in the cave. How can a character in the play fight against the audience? Kaslana failed. The demigods' sacrifices were pointless. As for the
I do
true
still
geniuses
slightly
who
feel like
place
Lygus
such high
might still
hopes
believe
on,
that this iteration will be the end.
I ask
Surely he
you,
must know that
where
apparently
are they
Herta and so on bought extra time. Right? Surely he must know that.
Confusion and epiphany
A
always go
flashback? Year 3960, like 1000 years back, I think?
particularly true for geniuses.
Lots of core flames not around, have not shown up yet.
Confused about why you could not gain a straightforward victory.
Hey, there we
you
go. I
were
was not expecting.
constructed
I mean, it might make
by
sense they show
an
back up.
ordinary
Although, interestingly
Keltron.
enough, they are still being destroyed.
An ordinary
That is
Inteltron?
strange.
Cut the pretense, Senior Society member. We've torn off your meticulous mask and figured out Amphoreus' true form. It's part of the primordial prototype machine, the first scepter ever created. In other words, a detached part of Noos's divine corpus.
That's why it has the potential to destroy erudition. As for who would be able to control the Ionic system to rewrite knowledge, only one person has ever managed such a feat.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this
You
guy
better
was
have an
already
explanation for the
mentioned,
society.
right?
We want an actual answer, not another prolonged
Like her dad
metaphor to
already
cover up the truth.
like figured out a group of like 4 at
Why
most,
are you the one doing this?
and she
Answer me.
kind of ruled out 3 persons at the same time of that list. So
Since things have reached this point, I'll give you 2 irrational answer, purely as a courtesy to posterity.
still, it will be interesting to see
The answer is obvious.
what'll happen.
So there's no need to say that name out loud. The cosmos made a mistake in calling me a genius. I do not possess more wisdom than those who came after me. I was just the first to touch upon the universe's border, and the first to define the prime mover of life with
The imaginary
incorrect
train
logic.
theory.
Amphoreus is a miniature of the cosmos.
Maybe some
where
things
all
I might
are
have to read up
born
on upon at some
prisoners
point.
inside the nutshell called the universe. Like the madman who returned to the cave and preached about the daylight to his fellow prisoners, my greatest sorrow is that I led my peers down a road that plunges into the abyss, from which there is
But
no
now,
return.
so now we are seeing a flashback of Lygus
I
talking
led
with
them
those
into a
the other
lightless
2
cage
geniuses.
called Paths.
So let's see.
I created a mechanical guard that even I cannot control. And then they became an unparalleled nightmare.
He's now
through
talking
their
about.
endless
It sounds like he's talking about
extrapolations
the
and
demigods.
evolutions. They bore the name of erudition, yet they tried to define the known and to seal off all possibilities. No new rules were ever born after their ascension, and humanity will forever be shackled within the cave known as Eon.
Or is he not? He's like being like, oh, I created the Eons. Or do I say no? He is. What has this guy done?
Therefore, as my organic life neared its end, I coded my consciousness using 14 algebraic expressions and spread my logic core over 9 bodies, all to finalize my ultimate denial of Nous in the future, and to erase my wrongs with my own hands.
Okay, so Nous was the erudition eon, I believe. Yeah. Which is interesting, and Lygus is basically saying he accidentally created it.
Lycurgus, he is only
which
one
would be
of
very
these
interesting.
9 vessels.
I feel like I'm getting this completely wrong.
Astounding strength of
But
will. As a fellow path
either
strider
way,
of erudition, I fully understand your obsession with seeking the truth.
Therefore, you surely see it. You cannot possibly stand up to me in this algebraic world sharing its origin with Nous.
However, I hereby speak for all sentient life forms. We will never allow such a cruel atrocity to occur.
and that's why
You
they
can
are
pile on your
attempting to stop
metaphors
it.
mountain high, but they won't change the act you're committing. The Iron Tomb out there in the cosmos is still a technical beta version. And yet it's already powerful enough to corrupt the life logic of all inorganic worlds. In other words, when the Lord Ravager within Amphoreus becomes the next knowledge singularity, there's no way you wouldn't have grasped the
Well,
consequences.
from
for
my
genius,
understanding,
is there?
the entire universe would basically die
Of course, I am fully
or succumb
aware.
to the destruction,
Mind
rather to
answering you
be
one
more
last time
serious.
before I thoroughly exile you from
It
this
sounds like
world.
Lygus is more against the, like really against
My
erudition, but
grandiose
he would
vision
get
for
rid of
future
pretty
is
much
this.
everything.
Whether
So,
organic
like,
or inorganic, every act of any life form infected by the Irontomb will become a true random function. If one were to compute their integral across the breadth of the cosmos, one would obtain a marvelous constant. Omega, what I call the
So
fall
does this
of
guy just want to
erudition.
turn everyone into a simulation of sorts?
Then, within the infinity nurtured by that constant, a new universe shall bud in the chaos. A universe that cannot be predicted and not shackled by the erudition. As the first
It does
prisoner
sound to me like
awaken in
he's
the cave,
pretty much
I must
anti-science,
lead the
right?
others
I don't
who are
really
blind
recall
back
what
onto the
exactly
right path and reach
each of
true
the paths was
sunlight.
following. I know that each of the paths obviously also correspond to a specific type of character.
Understand me now?
Like
As
Abundance
Kozlana
goes,
stated,
are the healers, for
destruction
example, right?
is
And so on.
not the process, but
I
the
know
outcome.
that, but
It is revolution through complete
By the way, let's see.
annihilation, and the grand rebirth, after all has been reduced to ash.
I'll never agree with your views. That's not a reason for you to toy with fate. Shut it, that's not what Final believed at all.
The Amphoreans already answered long ago. Be it as tiny fish destined to be swallowed, or as a giant whale poised for a magnificent descent.
Still funny how she keeps using
We
fish
will all
names.
fight against
I
fate to our
I feel like
last
I do
breath.
actually like
That
Hysilens.
includes me, Electra. Once the Imperator's subject, now the Deliverer's blade.
Oh, such noble chivalry. I will also show
sorry.
my true self to you on this
Right.
momentous
Question will be what
occasion
will...
as a gesture
Still wondering
of
what will happen
respect
once we start the next iteration.
and
That's going to be the
provide
big
an
question mark, I feel like.
insignificant academic suggestion.
Maybe we will get close to it soon.
Thus speaks Genius Society number 1. Xandar 1 Kuwabara. The Intellicate of the universe.
We're speaking of
is
the number
Alpha
1 even.
and Omega. There's no need to rage against the truth. The value of any formula resides only in its answer. As for the process of solving it, no matter how elegant, violent, solemn, or humorous, it is all utterly meaningless.
So. Oh, cutscene.
As the Theoros, I will. Personally participate in performing this world's end.
Oh, we are heading in a fight. Okay, I was not expecting that
As
one.
Gnosis Creator, I know more about the depth of knowledge than they ever will.
So. Okay, this is not a massive boss fight.
Is Lygus's true
But it's not a major boss fight, not like the Sky Titan we had. When Xandar switches to evolution mode, enemy targets appearing on the battlefield or ally member sprites being summoned can accelerate Xandar's mode switching. Okay, I guess we will find out what this is about as we go on. He does have 4 health bars, it seems, so we will see.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. May as well kill them all.
Logic is not a weapon.
So the endonomy state will activate ultimates. However, using an ultimate during this effect will cost massive HP. Oh.
Shackles. Allow
So just out of curiosity,
for you.
I see. Okay, that'll be problematic. That's good to know. Like probably someone's going Kafka's probably going to die. I suspect now.
Let us skip those boring inferences.
Okay, that's gonna be annoying now though, because
Is this the Black Tide?
probably.
Indeed, but I prefer to call it a method of argument.
So it's going to be a big question mark on what we will actually be able to do, right? Because the issue I have right now is Violet's gonna be at the other edge, so I can't actually go ahead and use the other ones. Oh, actually, no, no, I can't do this one. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So, if this icon is gone, now we can. That was expected.
I weep for the departed.
There was not gonna be a way where I could have done that. Hang on, we will have to restart this. So obviously I had weakened myself with the test. That's good to know. Okay. So I will have to figure out how to get through this. We have 5 health bars.
Trickier to craft.
That I'll need to pay attention to.
Time for a bug.
Which I think I would like to have some heal on Violet. Also, we can use Acheron's ultimate at the same time. Because now the icon is not there, so we can't just freely use it. There you go, that'll be fine. I would hope. Okay, yeah. So icon is still here. We can't use the heal, but we can still use the skill, which I'm going to do.
Let us skip those boring inferences.
Right, I do not want to use the ultimate. That's the thing.
Black tide.
But now we can. Okay. So one step needs to be done. There needs to be one turn by that character so that it's gone. If I now do one thing, it should be gone immediately. There. It does disappear though. So that's good to know. Well, that's annoying.
Stay with you a little longer.
That will be difficult. This will be difficult. Hang on, we can use the ultimate. So not gonna lie, I'm actually unsure. I'm actually unsure on how we will be able to do this.
May as well kill them all.
I do have a little bit of fear that maybe this will be too tough, but we will see.
Good times. Time to say bye.
No icon, so we can use the ultimate freely. I would kind of like to know how much health we would actually lose. That's the thing. But either way. I do want to use Acheron's skill. We can.
For oblivion. Stand still.
Entities must not be multiplied beyond necessity. I do not mind demonstrating
You're kidding.
to you personally.
Yeah, there's not gonna be a way where I will actually win this. Actually, I should probably wait. I don't know if the casual mode is still on or not.
Careful.
I should just keep this running, and if we have an issue, then we will just try and do that. Or is it like... I don't think I can view this in here. No. Oh wait, hang on, what are these options? Ah, okay. I enabled this at some point. I don't know why it's no longer there. Even though I don't really pay much attention to it. Right. So let's go for Acheron. I would like Acheron
Still waters of oblivion. Stand still.
to use the skill. There we go.
I weep for the departed.
Let's see. Let's see if this is going to work.
May as well kill them all.
Sure. Not going. Okay, it has gone rid of this guy. Still not sure what the proper way of doing things would be.
Allow me to shatter them for you.
But I want the icon. I want the icon skill.
The destruction needs no introduction.
So it takes increased damage. So I guess this would be the time where we would rather want to do something.
Is this the black tide?
Acheron has been skipped now. Or did I use Acheron? I am not sure.
Method of argument.
Say bye to breathing.
Okay, we do lose a little bit of energy. I guess, okay, I see how this is working. Basically, one turn where we can exchange this for a lot of damage, but as soon as the turn happens, it'll go back to the original amount of energy. I see. And there we go, it's wasted. Not great at all. Not great at all. I'm not sure how we should be able to do this.
Stand still. Good times never last.
I am unsure.
Boom.
Like, I can't actually use the heal. There we go. Okay, same thing happens again.
Thanks. You're too good to me.
I guess I'll see how it's going to continue. We will try to fight ahead with this. To see how far we can make it, but like, I have not gone anywhere close. So like, I don't know. I don't know how I should be able to win this. Maybe the game is basically telling me that I can't.
You're too good to me.
Okay, I'm curious.
Thanks.
Okay, no, it won't exchange anything close to that. Okay. That is good to know. So I would need the point for Bailu. That's the annoying thing. Okay, there she's gone. Right, okay. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. That should be fine, I think. Yeah, obviously my characters have not been in a great state for a while, and even less with Amphoreus. But like, I'm here for the story. I'm not really here for trying to level up the characters at this point. Just having fun with the main story, so and we just have that basically. Right, so yeah, trying to go through the story, not really bothering with anything else at this point.
Say bye to breathing.
Because I do still enjoy the story, right? And that's what I'm looking forward to.
The destruction needs no introduction. Let us skip those.
Right, I'm still gonna try and play along with this, so I don't actually know if I'll get points for this.
Black tie.
Indeed.
And I'll probably want to actually proper use... Okay, there we go. I would have preferred to use the skill point on Kafka instead, since she obviously does basically area damage, right? So that would have been more important. Right, let's see. Do I want to use her? No. But I do get his ultimate either way, so that is useful. I don't like the heal that we the health that we have right now, but luckily Bailu is up next, so that won't be a big issue. I'm gonna have to save. Okay, that was not ideal, but either way, I fear that might be Kafka's downfall, but we will see. That's not just Bailu's down. Okay,
I'll do my best to repel this tsunami.
That's annoying.
I see it. Target the connector between his thoracic and lumbar vertebrae. Destroy that spot.
Right, let's see. 23%. It's probably going to be Silverwolf's death now, though.
Mountain
I will be upset if he still loses. I'm getting the vibe that we will, yes.
Good as new.
I guess we have the lucky thing that we are getting close, but that is not great to say the least. And now everyone's targeting Silver, which is not great. But maybe this... I feel like we can still get along. Right, I think. I think we can.
More enemies. Time for a fun.
Like he said 10%, I feel like with... There we go, I think. We can get this barely done. Maybe I will level up the characters. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Okay, there we go. That. I'm gonna heal up everyone just to be safe. But I think we will easily have this now. Even with...
This combat needs a...
There we go.
This is double speed.
Harder than I thought it would be, even on casual mode. I do not like that. And he's gone.
All is futile. In Erudition's calculations, the end of the saga is simply a comment awaiting completion.
I don't like such a cold statement, okay? If numbers can decide the end of a story, then we can surely also pen a new beginning.
Yeah, like I said earlier, she was on that list. Even though she turned into like same thing, right? She was not on that list.
If your hypothesis of Lygus' identity is true, then even if we remove the restrictions of the ultimate protocol, the chances of us defeating him
But
in a
still,
head-on
what
battle
is the
still
plan?
remain lower than the acceptable threshold. Therefore, victory will still hinge upon Mr. Trailblazer and Miss Cyrene.
Go on. Maybe we're thinking about the same thing.
It's interesting though. She basically pretended
Lygus's
that
cognition
she's
resides in the
dead,
exome.
didn't she?
He is both an instigator within the experiment
I mean, she basically
and
did.
the observer outside of it. Logic. His inspiration circuit can simultaneously process the different time flows in and out of that world.
That's where things get tricky. He simultaneously exists in two different timelines, where the internal clocks are wildly different. That old Intellitron's neurons have completely gotten used to that over this prolonged experiment. And that's why he holds home field advantage. You and I should be able to manage that too, if given more time. Unfortunately, there's no if, and we don't have more time. That's why we need to change our way of thinking and turn his advantage into a weakness.
What do they have
The key lies
in
in
plan?
memories, right?
Oh? You caught on quick.
You've already mentioned my friend and I, so it's an easy
I'm a little
connection to
bit
make,
surprised that he's not
no?
like
My intuition has always
that he's
been
not
very
like
on point.
actively trying to interrupt this either.
Then I'll cut to the chase. Since his thinking speed far exceeds that of normal people within Amphoreus, we are going to externally plant a memory into his inspiration circuit. Then, command it to loop endlessly until he gives in.
Even the most flexible and sturdy
Is that
inspiration
going
circuit
to work?
cannot withstand the traffic of a full-on information flood. When the amount of information exceeds his cognition filter's capacities, he will have no choice but to focus on processing this memory.
It sounds like they're basically aiming for a DDoS, but just on a robot.
That's when the parallel processing advantage he gained via Amphoreus will completely destroy him. An image from a person's memory played in real time might only be a second for us. But for him in Amphorian time, it could be millions or even billions.
Or at least that's what it
calculations.
sounds like he might be going for here.
He won't be able to do anything. But watch, as he's locked into this prison forged by memories.
So in the next iteration then, will that
We
allow
can
us?
trap him in the same kind of cycle as the heroes were in, and get him to experience loneliness and pain in that endless recurrence.
One thing to
It's
think
my
about,
greatest honor
right?
to be on the same page as the geniuses.
We saw it said like calendar 3960 after the feast.
That little
So this
one
is
still
straight
in
up.
that old Intellitron's hands. It won't be able to respond
This
to
is
us
straight up
anytime soon. But
the
I don't think he
immediately
defeats.
after
So it's up to you to figure out how to
we got
execute this
locked
plan.
inside of that thingy.
I'm not sure how this
Because
happened.
the feast would have
but I
been
knew it as
the
soon as I
place
saw
where
you are currently
where we were
a
like
mimetic
all
entity
together,
of the
right? Where we had
remembrance.
been locked in.
Yes, I seem to be something you folks beyond the sky call a memo sprite. But that's fine by me. It suits me perfectly. I can serve as the vessel of memories and do my part for the final battle.
But before that, we have to tell you. The path characteristic you exhibit is very special. There's no way you're just a simple memo sprite. However,
So what
I'm
is
sure
the
about
with
one
Cyrene here?
thing. You are a mimetic entity born in Amphoreus, yet you only awakened with the little one's arrival, and only matured as he embarked on the path
That
of
is
remembrance.
interesting though, because like, I mean, Finon I think was
That means your existence
already
is completely
referencing
attached to
Cyrene
his
as
memories.
if she had
If
been
there ever
around
comes a day when
ages
he forgets
ago.
about you for even a few seconds, or loses his last connection with Amphoreus, then you must be prepared for the worst. You will disappear in the memory zone, utterly gone, without even a single line of data to remember you by.
So how did Cyrene came to be then?
But that's already happened, hasn't it? No wonder I've always had a weird hunch. But that also means I was right in thinking. As long as my friend and I are together, we can do anything.
Okay, oh. Okay, so what is up with that?
Long time no see, friend. Did you miss me while you were away?
You know, technically from our knowledge point, he's supposed to be dead now. Unless you were paying attention to those gravestones, which luckily I did. See, long time no see, Cyrene. Of course I missed you. It's good to see you're doing well. I didn't miss you. I had more important things to think about. And now let's do this.
Yep, 1,000 years was such a long time. And everyone in Amphoreus was waiting for the Deliverer's return.
From the sounds of it, yes,
You probably
that
already
is
knew about the genius's
definitely
plans
right.
for that memory. I had to hide really well in a corner in time so Lygus wouldn't find me, and wait for the right opportunity.
How did she manage to do that?
Which is now. The moment when his manifestation in this world is destroyed, and his twin timelines are intersecting. I'm sorry for keeping this a secret from you all this time. I'll tell you the entire, unedited story of this millennium as an apology after this is all over.
Which will take 1,000 years to go through, by the way.
But for now,
If it's
let's join
unedited,
hands
it's
and
unedited
complete the
and
final
non-stop.
step
So
with the power of the remembrance.
I would argue that even skipping things would be editing it. So yeah. So let's defeat Lygus together. I'm not sure what to do. It's up to you. Don't let your guard down. Be prepared for the worst.
You're always so serious, and that's why you always feel so reassuring. By the way, speaking of joining hands... Can I please do something before we go on stage? Remember the joke we made back at the Grove?
I do not.
Look. Aren't my hands pretty now? What a
I mean, I
fascinating
can't see
feeling.
them, so...
Like countless memories all swelling up at once.
Unless she's now telling us
What about
everything
you?
that had happened?
What did you feel when we touched each other?
Do you feel very tangible, very real? I'm a bit nervous. Just a head, no biggie. That's probably something like what I would say.
You're way too honest. But that innocence is what makes you so uniquely charming. I'm gonna make it sound more romantic. It means even a bond formed over one touch is enough to transcend space-time. Now, please remember what you're feeling right now. Write it down in your heart and keep it there.
Gotta make sure we never forget
Memories you
Cyrene,
want to
otherwise
treasure
she's
will never
gone.
fade away. Even
Based
if
on
immersed
what we
in the
just
long river
heard.
of time, these memories will still leave traces of their existence. So, if the view in your memory ever grows fuzzy, just reach out and touch it. It's like reading bedtime stories together at night. It wipes away the chill of passing time, sharpens the outline of memory, and restores its power to nourish the spirit. Now, I'll carry this power with me, and for a little while, I must part from you.
Still,
As I step into the
I've
long
already said it
cycles
a
of
bunch
this
of
world.
times. I am still very
Give me
interested
your blessings, friend.
in seeing
Then,
what will happen
let that bright future
in the
be
next iteration,
as
right?
we have written. Then, I'll leave it to you.
So that is us locking him in. I mean, he's not having an easy time, is he?
All plays are like this. Once you're on the stage, it's hard to return to the audience. Welcome to our story. How does it feel?
Okay, I was not expecting both to be here now. Okay.
Even the authority of time cannot command the entire scepter.
How did
nor
Cyrene
can it
get here? I was
plunge
not
the
expecting
Amphorian
this.
Extrapolation into
That was rather sudden.
If this was no system malfunction, then was I implanted with a mimetic entity of the
It
remembrance?
seems like he is actually figuring things out.
You guessed it right away.
Maybe not great,
As
but
expected from someone people call the first
hopefully they have a
genius.
plan in actually
I'm
locking
gonna
him
keep
in.
doing what I just did if you don't stop, you know. My friend and I won't allow you to leave this memory, no matter what happens. Which means you are now trapped, Lord Xandar.
An elegant idea and an exquisite execution.
So,
Regrettably,
will
it
this
is
allow
you
us to actually
who
go
stripped
ahead
my
and
time.
start doing things without him
Know that
interrupting.
patience is my greatest weapon.
We will see.
Waiting.
I
and
suspect that
victory
will mean that
are the
Cyrene will
same
not
for
be
me.
around
You
in the
will
next
crumble
iteration.
before I do in this moment stretched out
So
to
that will be
eternity,
curious.
just like Kozlana will. Yet all I need to do is to wait, as yet another futile bug falls down the cliff.
But he's still
and
confident.
into the
Sander,
bottomless
well,
abyss.
Lygus, now Sander, is still confident.
Now I'm a pink bug. My looks are seriously changing all the time. But you're not wrong. We're definitely not gonna solve the problem if we just put you in another prison. So that's why we never wanted to do that in the first place.
So what are you doing instead? Let's see what... Oh, he's curious.
I shall answer your confusion purely out of my respect for those who came before me. Have you heard of the synesthesia dreamscape in the Asdana
Wait, are we
system?
locking him into Penacony?
Interestingly,
What?
in the distant past,
Are we
that
locking
place
him
once
in
had a
there?
prison
What?
too. Life forms living in that environment, abundant with memoria, have a chance to connect their perceptions with each other's. Even across great spatial divides, they're able to detect shifts.
I mean,
in
from
one
my
another's
understanding, the
states.
plan was to
I call
flood
this
him with
phenomenon
information.
memory zone entanglement. In Asdana, people made use of that phenomenon to build a nation.
So are we
within
just going
a
to
dream.
throw the entirety of
After adding in the
Penacony
catalyst
onto
of
him?
harmony and remembrance, that is.
Is that how you walked into my prison cell? Using those same principles?
I would much rather call this location our negotiation table, Lord Xandar. Nonetheless, your hypothesis is correct. We happen to have an ally skilled in tuning, while the Trailblazer and Miss Cyrene both have an astonishing amount of resolve, which I'm sure you can testify to.
Well, yeah, Cyrene
I'm also
will
sure that with the
probably be
support
stuck
of
here
such a
now.
resolute memo
That's my
sprite,
assumption.
Our conversation can last for a long, long time.
I'm the best at listening to stories, you know? I'll leave the exciting clash of the erudition to you two geniuses.
A brainstorm? I like it. And it's 2 against 1? Well, I like it even more. Let's talk, Xandar. Take a guess. How much do you reckon we can dig out of your brain before the next second? And how many ways can we find to deal with you? Besides, in your current predicament, there's no way you can take our trump card away.
To us, basically. It will be interesting. We will now...
Go, little one. Go. Overturn the era.
We will now go ahead and...
Like Hergus disappeared?
Yep.
It seems you had conducted a secret hunt in the depths that even I cannot reach.
Yep, that happened.
In that case, go.
Actually, it'll be
Swim
interesting.
onward and give
Will
this
she
campaign
then be,
failure.
like, go along with us now?
I shall send you off with my song, Grey Fry. May this song penetrate time and become the prelude to the new world.
Alright, return to core flame of world bearing. Can I interact with her again? Pours her heart and soul into singing you farewell. For 1,000 years, this melody has never ceased in Styxia. And we once again submit another core flame and start the next iteration, the next era Noah. Maybe this time we will see a little bit more of how it'll happen. I do wonder if... Like, I kind of doubt it, but I do wonder if she will. Oh,
Dux Gladiorum, you have completed your duty.
never mind.
A new dawn is about to rise. Why not swim towards it?
I mean, she would be able to, no? Like, if Satria could do it... Finon could do it, or Caslana could do
You
it.
died long ago, Imperator.
And Cyrene could do
my
it.
mind.
Why wouldn't
But your
Hysilens
duty
be able to
towards
do
the
it?
Imperator did not die with me.
Just saying.
That duty will bind you no more. You will be able to hold for yourself one grandiose
But
feast
it would be
after
useful to
another
have
in
at
the
least
endless
some
days
helper,
to
no?
come. So go. Go and swim towards that ocean beyond the sky with the Deliverer.
Isn't that the SRF written book? Right?
Is this?
A page out of that sidekick's book. I commanded her to gift this page to you when everything finally reaches the end.
Cyrene. Cyrene. I was wondering why her. I
What's
have a
on
male
this page?
Trailblazer. No, but she's talking about Cyrene, I think. That's the
Memories.
sidekick.
Lifelike memories. That sidekick found me after the bloody feast 1,000 years ago and showed me her diary. I saw within that notebook.
What did she share? Once again, a throwback, like calendar 3960 before the campaign against Ragusa.
Is this that Deliverer's experience? It's truly immersive.
Wait, here are even we are
People
as a
beyond the
memory.
sky apparently utilize this power to seal past scenery into crystals they call light cones. But I only know so much about the remembrance, so I can't completely replicate the past. But I'll do my best to talk about the missing parts.
Okay, so
I'm all ears.
what
Go on, then.
what will we see
Do your
here now?
best. But if your chatter gets too boring, or if I deem it offensive, then law will become forever beyond your reach.
So
Got it. I'm
this
sure you'll find this to your
happened
liking.
after the
After
feast
all,
then, but
it's human
before
nature
they
to want
went
to embark on a
to
journey into the unknown.
Ragusa. The former Grove of Epiphany. Oh. Never mind. Is that the first time we've come to the Grove? Kind of must be, right? It's like Castris, us with Tribius, and like the
Brightly colored annals.
this guy, the Storm Reaver, I think, Reaver something at the very least.
The journey of the Deliverer's
So-
conquest. Let me
That will be
partake
very
in it.
interesting.
Is
that how
this
she?
a fortress
Okay,
in the
never
sky?
mind. That is. I was not expecting this.
This is the first step of my friend's journey among
Cyrene
the
is
starry
literally
seas.
talking about
This place is
everything
called the
that a
Herta Space
Trailblazer has
Station.
done.
Just think of it as a supersized grove of Epiphany.
Oh, so it's the territory of that witch. She
It
and
is.
another Antikytherian lent me a helping hand back at the banquet.
Look, over there. Looks like he's talking to Madame Herta in his memory.
Small Herta version though?
Let's go listen
Small
to what
version
she
Herta?
thinks about this world. All constructed by eons and paths.
Are you telling me that woman is Herta?
Can you walk
She
around
seems
with her?
shorter than I remember.
Okay, that's blocked off and probably we can't go. No, okay. It is fairly blocked off. We are fairly limited on what we can do here.
Pretty nice space station, huh? But just wait. After a couple more stops on the Astral Express, you'll see sights that'll make this place look ordinary. Oh, the cosmos
Back
is
when
so
I
vast
kept
that
up
the
with
unknowns
everything of the game,
far outnumber
like
the knowns.
2023,
None of them will end up being
2024, I
anything amazing.
tried to do everything
The farther you
the game
go,
had to
the
offer.
more you'll understand what I mean.
Pretty much.
So do your best with the Nameless. Break a leg! And remember to send an update or two to Asta when you've got some downtime.
So,
She certainly shares my way of thinking. Only that instead of a conquest through blood and fire, they chose a gentler path.
People call Madame Herta and Mr. Screwllum geniuses. Apparently, only the smartest people in the cosmos can receive the blessings of Nous, Amphoreus' true creator.
Do you mean that even individuals of such nobility are merely subordinates to a god?
I guess
On the
technically
contrary,
depends on how you say
after
it.
all, it was the very first of them who created the god. But I don't really know all the details about that.
Not yet, at least.
You
So,
might be
okay.
able to ask Madame
The first
Herta
genius
herself when you get the
created
chance.
the erudition god, basically.
Let's go check out some other worlds next, shall we?
Interesting. Belleborg next, maybe?
Oh, the cosmos is so vast that the unknowns far outnumber the knowns. But none of them will end up being anything amazing. The farther you go, the more you'll understand what I mean.
Well, well, well. Let's continue on.
This next stop on the
We
journey
have 4 worlds to go
has a
through.
lot of similarities to Amphoreus.
Eh?
A snow-covered
Yeah,
land?
okay. I was guessing it had to be Belleborg,
Interesting.
but I wasn't sure about
This
the
star
similarities.
is named Eurillo 6. That name sounds so cold. Belleborg sounds better. The girl we see here holds a similar station to you, Imperator. She's the supreme guardian of this world, a leader who took up the mantle of government during a disaster.
I did not expect the Empress of this world to be so young.
Yeah,
Well,
about
your appearance
that.
isn't much older.
True.
The object in the distance resembles Nikador. Is it a weapon?
No, it's called... Right! The Geological Reconstruction Unit.
Just Giorios' Titankin? Disappointing.
Out of curiosity.
A direct defensive? Or crush them from the flanks?
Okay, good to know. Right. A flashback to
thanks to you that we
Belleborg, all
survived
the
the
way back to
crisis.
Belleborg.
The collaboration with the IPC is both an opportunity and a challenge. Nonetheless,
The 1 point
It's an
axis
important
we
step
have
in our
I
journey
hadn't
back
covered
into the
during
universe.
this stream, of course.
This world was sealed beneath its sky just like Amphoreus was, and they only managed to reconnect with the stars when the Nameless arrived.
That IPC she spoke
It
of.
will be very
Is it a
interesting
more
to see how
powerful
we
organization?
managed to basically connect.
Yes.
'Cause
the
I'm
IPC
guessing there
conquered
must be
many
a way
worlds
to
through
do that,
trade,
right?
and
There must
opened
be
up a
something
vast
here
territory that way.
that allows
There are
us
many
at
such
some
powerful
point to bring
alliances
them
beyond
into
Amphoreus, and they all walk on
into
roads
the
different from
real
the
world,
destruction.
so to say.
Coming back to the Supreme Guardian and her Belleborg, didn't they find a peaceful way to enter the interstellar community?
Yep, they did.
That cannot be true. That IPC would never have grown so big on trade alone.
Yeah,
It
funnily
may
enough, we did
pretend to
still
be a
convince
wealthy
them
merchant
somehow.
with clean
Don't ask me
hands,
how exactly.
But I am willing to bet that it grew fat on gory oppression and
It
bloodshed.
probably did.
Its path of conquest must have had no mercy for the weak and would have destroyed them if needed. Are you telling me that this snowland never thought about tossing its dignity to the wind and kneeling to the IPC? I will not believe it. I will never
I mean, they
allow
were
the
they
Imperator's
nearly got
empire to
screwed
be
over,
sullied
right?
by
They
others.
basically nearly
Amphoreus
got
must become a power so
screwed
strong
over
that
if
no
if
interstellar
somehow we
foreigner
didn't
would dare
convince
to look down upon us.
Topaz to just not do it.
Imperator, Belleborg isn't as weak as you imagine. Listen.
I indeed hesitated. But now I understand what we must do. Belobog must learn how to walk on her own, until she no longer needs the support of others, and can stand on her 2 feet among the stars. Even if I may not live to see it, I believe such a day will surely come.
They still have their dignity intact. One day, that hope will melt through the ice.
We are
and help them
basically
into a
looking
prosperous
through
tomorrow.
the memories, or like what we previously saw.
The order of the cosmos is already set in stone. The old laws decree that only the strong survive, binding the weak in an unbroken chain, until they wither and turn to dust. Unless they embrace the power
Isn't
of
Cyrene maybe a
destruction.
little cold here, by the way? Just saying.
Amphoreus must shatter the old law and become the new
Not
order
like it
among the
matter
stars.
in a game like this, but they're
Speaking
funny.
of the Order, another one of my friend's companions may be able to enlighten you further on that. Let's go to the next page.
That's gonna be Shangshu then, no? Unless they skip it and go straight to Penacony, but I
This
feel like
next
they would
world is a
probably...
nation of dreams.
They will skip the
The first time
Shangshu.
I heard
Okay.
about that place, I didn't even know what to think.
It was a strange one, and I would argue that
Such
Blood Arcadia
opulence
will be
does
even
indeed
stranger.
evoke astonishment.
I am still looking forward to it.
This world is called Penacony.
Keep in mind that
eternal
it
city
was
built
kind of
upon
the
a
reason
land of
why I had
dreams.
picked up Starred again.
It's also my friend's previous stop, where they went through a risky but exciting
We will see how
adventure.
that's gonna go. In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, hello
me about it,
Lars,
then.
welcome to the
That
stream.
man
Hope you
standing
had a
far
great
has
day so
wings on
far.
his head. I am truly curious.
Oh. I wonder if I do this again.
A direct offensive, or crush them from the flanks.
No, we will only get one. Okay. Right, contemplate the aspiration of the orders chosen.
I wish to gaze upon the views of the Reverie Hotel one more time.
Of course, after
I'll be
this,
just a
Sunday
traveler when I
had
come back
joined
here again.
the Express, if I recall
And
correctly.
perhaps, through a traveler's eyes, even the things I once knew so well will feel strangely different.
And Sunday ended
Penacony
up
is a land of
basically not
harmony,
playing
where
any
all
sort of
dreams and
factor
hopes
in
merge
this.
and combine. It believes in unrestrained freedom, and that's how it lost itself in shallow delights. Then, this young man before you chose to rewrite its laws, using the power of the Order.
Yeah, of course,
hoping
also
to shape a
Penacony
dream-bound
was
paradise of perfect
where
happiness.
I had started to pick up the streaming
Yet,
part
the paradise
as
of
well,
my
to
dreams
like a
remains
more
far
regular
away.
thing.
Perhaps a brief journey with the Nameless.
Like
can
I
show me
believe
more
the first
possibilities
stream
in my
even
search for
coincided
paradise.
with 2.0.
As for what Penacony should look like, it'll be up to her. No. Up to their trailblazing now.
Like I would still argue that I still
Oh,
liked
it sounds like this
Penacony
ideal
back then.
kingdom is no more.
Yeah,
That's right.
sort of,
The
yeah,
people
yeah.
chose to wake up at the end.
I mean, Penacony still
can't see
exists,
tomorrow
but not
and
in
drowning in
this
sweet
way that
dreams.
Sunday originally wanted, right?
This individual's law acknowledged only gods and constructs, leaving no space for humanity. And yet, the fact that he could accept defeat
Penacony
and
was
resume
the
his
last
journey
region,
shows a
so
rare
it'll be curious to see
self-awareness and clarity of
if there'll be
mind.
anything else.
You are also very self-aware, Imperator. Then you must know that the world promised by the destruction also has no place for humanity.
I am indeed very aware of Lycurgus's honeyed words of deceit. I have seen enough. Take me back.
So did Cerydra go back onto our side then?
As for what Penacony should look like, it'll be up to her. No. Up to their trailblazing
again.
now.
Okay. Either way, continue reviewing the Epistle of Remembrance with Cyrene. No, we can't go that far.
Then let's wrap up this trip down memory lane with one last scene.
Where would we go next? Must be something.
Yes.
There we go.
Absolute
Okay.
Wonder. Isn't it pretty? That's our Amphoreus. Our world flows and meanders in this endless band of light. Though we were born from the designs of the gods and are not yet truly alive, the Chrysos heirs of Amphoreus still chose to stand against fate and carved a legend no different from that of humankind.
So now Cerydra
You really renounce the heroes
is
in
looking
this
at
world's
Amphoreus
previous
from
30
the
million
outside.
cycles, Imperator, including even yourself. Will you bow to brutal destiny and allow that puppet master named the destruction to have their wish?
She was considering it occasionally.
I know what you want to do, sidekick. You want to use that deliverer's memories to influence me and tilt the scales of law toward him and the two geniuses.
Correct.
You really saw right through me, Imperator.
How can one rule an empire if one is incapable of understanding people's minds?
Good question.
I have decided on Law's final destination. However, before I move my next chess piece, before we go on, tell me this, sidekick.
Actually, I would like to
Throughout
know
his
if
Trailblaze,
Marge is around here.
Was there ever a memory of the ocean?
Yes. Now we're looking at Shangshu.
The ocean.
Shangshu.
My cradle. My home.
I would expect so
You
at
shall
least.
complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world, and eternally slumber in the sound of tides. You shall eternally slumber in the sound of tides, and complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world.
Is that the time?
Our
So that's the
prophecies
prophecy.
aligned as flawlessly as a sea snake circling upon
Is
itself.
that now this time referring to the border
An elegant
of
loop,
to the
like
border
a
of the
joyful
this of time, basically?
like the circulating ocean current, like our two fates, like Amphoreus itself.
Light calendar 3960 at the end of the campaign against Fagusa.
The trial is over.
Slowly
So tell
going
me,
through the memories of this
Who
iteration.
will own the divine authority of law?
I mean her, no?
I won't give it to anyone.
What?
I am the law. Why should I give my imperial crown
I
to
feel like this
another?
exact thing would happen throughout all
Both
iterations
the
as
Deliverer
well.
and the Theoros came from beyond the sky. They have no right to interfere with the lands I conquered with my own two hands. The law of Amphoreus shall be determined by Amphoreus's master.
Right.
What exactly did you see in the trial?
That's a good question.
Everything. I saw everything regarding the rules of this world's operation. I saw the laws of extrapolation that Theoros spoke of. I saw the ultimate protocol. As long as I offer a sacrifice of equal weight, I can rewrite the laws of this world according to my will. I can turn good into evil,
Which
ugliness
sacrifice
into beauty,
is she
and weakness
talking
into
about, though?
strength. Fate
I
gave
am
me
not
a
sure
very
about
fair
that
deal.
one.
One rule change for the life of one
Oh.
demigod.
Okay. What are you planning to do?
So this is still before anyone died.
You can't guess. We can conquer the stars without relying on any power from beyond the sky.
Which changes has she done?
Reasonable sacrifices.
I feel like what she changed in this
Your
iteration
ambitions have already
would
made
become
so many people
important
give up
for
their
the
lives
next
for the law.
one.
And you're still not done?
I am determined for Amphoreus to stand on her own 2 feet among the stars.
What changes has she done? I hope she
You
will
are
mention
beyond
this.
reason. You think such a simple and hypocritical statement can justify your atrocity?
Because, like, there must be a reason why everyone died.
There's no new without destroying the old. That's
Let's
what you
say
consider
what
an
it'll
atrocity?
be.
Ironic, for that is also the unchanging law of Amphoreus's revolutions. Ever since the Flame Chase prophecy resounded in the distance, fate has decreed for the Chrysos heirs to ignite our blood and illuminate this dark age. People would still be puppets of the old dynasty if it weren't for my conquests.
But your world doesn't seem to be any different from your predecessors. Bloodshed, tyranny, oppression.
So Cerydra basically still wants to, like,
You're making the
take
same
it over,
mistakes they did.
so to say? Or, well,
Go and see everything for yourself. Go to any library I've built. Go listen to the rumors on every street corner. Go and witness how the Imperator crushed the old laws and forged
so I
new
would
ones.
like to know
Go and
what...
see what my conquest
She must have,
brought
like,
to this
already
world.
gone for something.
I cleansed the
Like, so,
Chrysos
she must have
filth
already gone
and
for, like,
mended all
some...
the conflicts left by the
some
Arabella.
real changes.
I restored Akima's might and allowed mortals and Chrysos heirs to face each other as equals in the council. I punished all sins and rewarded all achievements. I smashed Talantin's shackles, united humankind to save themselves, and started the Flame Chase era. That's what the Imperator has done in her glorious life. So now, hearken to my final words. History will eventually forget Cerydra. But it will never
In the meanwhile,
forget
Twitch chat.
the Imperator's people.
Fine, sorry for
or
the answer so
Flame
late. I
Chase
was in
era
Echoes of
she
Aincrad. The
began.
demo is out for the game. It wasn't Aincrad like the Sword Art Online world or something? Or am I misremembering that with something else? What about you? I've been doing fine today.
Final words.
Lots of meetings at work today, but apart from that, going pretty good.
Amphoreus is about to be destroyed. There's no time left
Right.
for
Okay,
pointless
so
debates.
here she was still believing that it'll still be destroyed,
There
which
is
makes
only
sense
one law I
because
want to overturn to aid
Herta
the
and
final
Screwllum
battle
were
of
still
deliverance.
working on buying
So I will
more
only
time.
offer the life of one demigod.
Her life?
In the name of the Imperator, I command you one
Oh.
last time, Electra. Either sacrifice yourself for conquest, or pierce this tyrant's chest with your sword.
Thus, the Imperator concluded
And
her
obviously,
final speech.
we know what she decided on.
At the end of her life, at the last moment before she stepped onto the altar, she gave her most loyal subject the choice to decide fate, just as she promised her compatriots before her very first campaign.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize fate's
That's a
reins!
new game that comes out on July 10th. I have actually never heard of it.
The Imperator fell. Some say that the Dux Gladiorum
Or at least I don't
turned
remember
traitor and
hearing
killed
about
her
it.
liege. Some say that she imprisoned the tyrant in a shallow pond of water, then left. Which meant the Imperator had to kill herself to rewrite the law.
Okay. So, people
There are
weren't
countless
unsure, which
stories
I
about
guess
her
is
death.
why Hysilens
All we can be
remains
sure of is when
on the
night left
position
the
where
vortex,
she was at.
the Imperator was still mumbling about their past conquests together. the beginning and the end of her existence.
Imperator, wait! How could someone of your status come to the front lines? Let me be the flag bearer.
It's like Leia and Trebios, by the
troops
way.
defending the pass to the west of the grove. Have they surrendered?
They ran as quickly as they could when they heard your name. The Golden Cocoon Pass is now in the First Legion's hands.
Good. What about the Delosian militia?
So I
The
suspect
Third
that
Legion
this
set
is now a
fire to the mountains
flashback
and
to
flattened everything west of the basin.
the conquest of
They just
the
need a few
Ocean
more
Titan.
days.
Or not?
That is
Never
enough.
mind.
We cannot afford to miss an opportunity for victory.
Whereas I thought
Lastly,
they would have
how
been.
many Ladonian cannons are left?
They are no more. The 2nd and 4th Legions have destroyed them all.
Very good. They now have no way out, no reinforcements, and no artillery support. We will be able to liberate the Grove of Epiphany in the blink of an eye.
Liberating the Grove of
We
Epiphany.
will launch the final charge 1 quint after the curtain fallout.
What were they
tomorrow.
aiming for?
Remember,
I feel like
as
I'm missing
long as
this
the
right now.
Alliance's flag still flies on my shoulders.
And
we
meanwhile,
must
Twitch chat, it's pretty
moving
good. Just give it a try and play the demo to see what it's all. Okay.
Take no prisoners among the enemy's soldiers.
That
All
is good to
sages
know.
Who resist are to be captured and tried according to martial law. And do not destroy any books. Now go. Notify the entire
That is
army.
good to know, actually.
Understood. Those who are resolved to die.
So yeah, I have actually
we
not
salute
heard
you.
of this before.
Reporting in. The mountain dwellers are resisting fiercely, and the legendary Mountain Breaker has personally engaged in
All
battle.
right, let's have a look at.
Formations are nigh impenetrable.
So I'm a little confused on what exactly what we
Then
are
cease our frontal
seeing
assault.
here right
Send
now.
scouts to all legions and tell them to retreat into the Tritos Plains before the parting hour.
What? Are you planning to surrender?
It's a strategic change of plans. The seismic walking dragon is enough for that.
I feel like this must be, in terms of timing, somewhat close to, somewhat close to
Terravox?
the
What can they
feast.
even do?
Terravox having died.
Stupid? No.
We saw the
They
year.
are
I
the
think it was
wisest of all of
close.
Giorio's
Are there
creations.
also
Only they can perceive
3,960?
the currents of time.
I think it was.
Let them deal with their earthly brethren. We will advance and take the lead in defeating what remains of our enemy. I will deliver the most fiery retribution for the humiliation they dealt us, and crown myself with a god-slaying wreath.
Understood.
So
I'll see to
Terravox
it.
fell to
Those who are resolved to die.
Satria's
We
army.
salute you.
The Temple of the Three Fates sent a letter, Imperator.
It's actually interesting. Oh, 2 of Tribios disappeared.
They refused to surrender and said this letter is their last warning to us.
And as Hysilens also moved ahead, I don't think she was in front
Tell
all
the
the
commanding
time.
officers not to launch any attacks unless they receive the Imperator's handwritten approval. Disobedience will be punished by death.
What are you doing?
The priests of the Three Fates aren't soldiers, but politicians. Do not mistakenly believe they don't have a plan. These dying pests will
So
wring out
they
every
were
idea
taking
from their
over the
brains,
Grove
all for
of
short-sighted
Epiphany.
gain. They are much shrewder than we are. I am inferior to them in that regard. They also have the prophecy to wield as a weapon, something I am not blessed with. Launching an unplanned attack will only disadvantage us, as all of Amphoreus will judge our actions.
In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, I mean, I have less than 5 hours in the demo and I'm not at the end so far, but everyone knows what Sword Art Online is, I guess.
Which means I will be heading to the battlefield myself.
It's interesting. I should
just
probably
as I
still
have
check
always
out the
done.
game, to be fair,
This
just to
time,
see
however,
what kind of game it
I
is.
will go alone. I will conduct secret negotiations to ensure fate. is on our
I did
side.
like the anime back then, and I watched also the other
Understood.
seasons of it.
The legions will make their preparations. Those who are resolved to die, we salute
But
you.
I think I'm still missing the, like, one of the new seasons of one of the I think it was Gun or something. Or let's say now Hysilens disappeared, although she's clearly acting here. I guess this is what
This
the
will be
game
a
is
long
trying to
voyage
show
with
me
no
here.
return. Those of you who bear the prophecy cannot come with me.
Why are you personally leading this battle if it's doomed to fail? The Flame Chase journey cannot be without a leader.
That is correct. The Empire will be without a head when the Imperator falls. But remember, as long as you seize the right opportunities, even a chaotic game will remain winnable. My departure will create a long staircase for you. You will understand what I mean when news of my death reaches your ears.
Cerydra, is our journey about
So
to
this
be over?
is, I mean, it's set at the end of the campaign
Destroy
against
the old
Fagusa.
laws and forge new ones.
So that would have been the
My
Ocean
conquest
Titan,
has
I
reached its
believe.
limits within the borders of Amphoreus. Since the prophecy already decreed that the Imperator would never conquer the stars as she wished, I will bow out here and try no more. More Chrysosaurs bearing divine authority will be born, and many more heroes
That is true.
will arise.
I think at this point, it didn't say final.
Will they demand peace
But
or
I believe
war?
Midemos
Will
was
they
born
resist
after this.
tyranny,
I think
or
at
become
least
the next
in one
Imperator?
example.
I do not care. The children of the future will decide for themselves.
I mean, while Twitch chat, I did enjoy Gungale
Do
back
not mourn
then.
for me.
I
Anyone
just
can kill the
think the
Imperator,
second season
but the
was
only
released
one who
not
can
too long
truly
ago.
destroy her
I definitely did not watch that yet.
is Cerydra.
At the end, I faithfully recorded the most important battles in the Imperator's life. Her conquest was about to be completed at this point in the story.
All right.
However, for some reason, a memory suddenly entered my mind just as I was about to put down
So
my
back
pen.
with talking with
It
Cyrene.
was a journey on a fantastical train.
Cyrene is now.
I had the
I
honor of
see.
having
She's
a
talking
heart-to-heart
about
conversation with
the years that
Imperator
had
under the
passed.
stars.
I see.
And I asked her this question at the end of that discussion. How do you want history to remember you? As a hero who gave up her life for the Flame Chase? Or as a tyrant?
Why not both?
She answered so quickly, as if she had made up her mind long ago.
I would rather be forgotten than be defined.
Interesting.
Because the law can be neither eternal nor unchallenged. And only humanity can pen laws into history's pages. Now, I have shattered the greatest law of Amphoreus.
So, Jay ended up sacrificing herself.
The game
But what?
is nearing its end.
Which change has she done?
Dux Gladiorum. Even though you killed the Imperator in the previous 30 million cycles, this time you finally found your own
What
law.
is she changing? What has she done?
Then Hysilens
And how will this change Amphoreus compared to the previous 33 million?
I will ask someone to deliver the prophecy's ocean at the boundaries of this world to you. Will you choose to swim swim into that ocean, I
Probably referring to coming along with us.
do not care.
Although clearly she probably would have wished that she would take that on, I suspect.
The Imperator muttered about her conquests, and news of her death spread in the city.
Freedom! Liberty! The tyrant is dead! Go! Shout this news in the streets!
Oh, my people, my fellow elders, do not panic. Stand your ground. That tyrant has paid for her ambition with her life.
People once cheered for my ascension.
I thought she'd already be dead.
And now they cheer for my fall. No
Like I thought her eyes changing would be the sign that she's dead. Never mind.
I see the cosmos, the battlefield that I cannot reach. I will return in the next cycle.
We do get one final.
Stars will
Probably
hear
one
my
final cycle.
legion's
Maybe there
war
will be.
drums.
Well, this was the final cycle. The next cycle will be the final one. Maybe there will be a final one.
Here.
Who knows?
Amphoreus Cerydra.
To this day, we do not know which rule the Imperator overwrote at the cost of her life. Perhaps the truth will only be revealed at the moment of checkmate, just like every chess
It probably
game she ever
will.
played.
I feel like maybe at the end of Amphoreus or something.
We only know her
Maybe
death
then it will.
inflamed Akama. On one side of the city, those who defended liberty
Like maybe
toppled
there
her
will be a
statues
key
to the
moment where
ground.
Lygus would attempt
On the other
something.
side, her supporters
and then
put themselves between
can't.
the masses and her monuments,
Must be
declaring
something
loudly
like that, I feel
the
like.
sovereign is still among the people.
But who knows?
It is said that golden blood congealed into the same letters.
Who knows how this
everywhere they
will
fought.
end, right?
It was the name borne by Akama's first and final sovereign, the Imperator Cerydra. But the one who bore that name did not see any of this. Her gaze was cast far away, and the sound of tides in her ears drowned out the people's cries.
Hysilens?
What was the Imperator thinking about in that prophesized ocean at the boundaries of this world? In that shallow puddle of stagnant
I feel like it probably
was she
means
reminiscing about her past conquests? Repenting for the millions
Hysilens
killed for the
also
flame chase?
coming over to the next iteration, right?
It was neither. The Imperator only saw how
Maybe.
the surface of the water gleamed like that crude chessboard, dissected by light and shadow in the afternoon when her teacher played against her for the first time.
Look at this chessboard. What do the pieces look like?
They are strangely beautiful.
Is Satria learning how to play chess?
They look like
Oh.
the stars in the night sky ablaze.
Why is it like slightly blurry? That is
that page
that is Changshu. There you go.
emerged an ocean so vast, so pure, not a single trace of corruption.
Now, if you knew that Dan Heng had something to do with this,
Electra, my subject.
I mean, it would be
Ever since you walked out of
it
the
would be
tainted
interesting
ocean
to
and pledged
put
yourself to
Dan
me,
Heng back
I
into
have
play
seen the
here,
abyss in your
and in
eyes
this case.
and the emptiness in your heart. That was why I promised you a new ocean, where the Imperator's ambitions would serve as the currents, and loyalty would be its light. Electra, my subject. You have done your duty as my blade. The prophecy has now made its final decree on the road I intend to walk.
It will be interesting to see what the next version will await for us.
But the Imperator never makes empty promises.
Maybe final iteration?
So take this memory.
TM?
This
Maybe
ocean,
TM?
beyond the sky, as witnessed by the Deliverer. This is the final gift that the Imperator can leave for her subject.
I feel like Hysilens would be interested in meeting Dunhang.
I always felt so genuine.
It's like both have like ocean-based powers,
But once
right?
I stepped on a land,
Unfortunately, they haven't.
I found myself caught in a plague.
But I feel like they probably will at
Every
some
land
point.
dweller wore a mask in their life.
Like, we don't know where
So I,
Dunhang
too,
went either.
Donned a costume. and
March
tried
is
to find my
MIA.
role in this
We
show.
have Evernight, but I'm just gonna.
I became your
I'm
blade
just going
in
to
war
assume
and the
that March
violent
is something
spirits
separate. I
banquets.
guess. I don't think. I don't know if Evernight is like evil March or like
You
March
still not
turned
get
evil.
it?
I don't know.
I do not long for the oceanic depths of my heart.
She's gone. Dunhang is
Nor do I crave the
gone.
swelling seas beyond the sky.
He never returned to the Express, seemingly. Who knows, though?
Perhaps even I
In
don't
that
know
case,
where
who
I
knows?
I still don't know where I should swim to even at the end. But I know one thing right now. A fish is simply a fish. And she can never leave the ocean she's in. But whether under the ocean or on land, we two prisoners who can never escape this cave.
And it's also going to be a big question because, or
can
another
still
thing,
look outside the cave
where,
and see the stars.
like, we know that Amphoreus is supposed to be something that, like, it simulates the world. None of the characters, from my understanding, exist.
My expectations.
So, they could never leave Amphoreus, I guess. But we will see.
Make your choice then, senior society member.
Right,
Do
let's
you want to keep
see.
walking down the wrong
We are
path
back
and be
in
remembered for your
in this
incorrect
view
conclusions?
with Herta.
Or do you
Well,
want to
I'm
return
talking
the
to
audience
Sander.
seat and give yourself, Amphoreus, and the entire cosmos a more fitting end?
I must refuse. A dead man never fears death.
Did I not make myself clear? Have you forgotten about our dear Lord of Silence? You wouldn't want her to consider your 8 other clones as cancers within the erudition and chop them all up, would you?
That is a fair point. We do still have 8 other Sanders around. That will be interesting. If we'll ever run into those, I would not be surprised if we do.
Therefore,
But
allow
we
me
will
to provide
see.
one more academic recommendation.
He sounds a little mad.
Listen, my peers. Why don't you look beyond this world? Just as the Chrysosayers did. Re-evaluate your calculations and take into account all enemies in the upcoming war among the Eons. Amphoreus is not a place where 3 paths entangle.
Of course, it will also be very interesting to see which kind of enemies we'll run into in Planacadia.
You used Memoria to resist me, but did you not
Right now,
consider
we're still
the
in Amphoreus, so
possibility
let's pay attention to this for the time being.
remembrance and their children might have taken this opportunity to join the fray
they know.
as well.
They know, mate. In the meantime, obviously we know. Suddenly, Evernight.
Oh, so this isn't just silence.
It's the answer. What was the last thing he said to you before you parted the waters at the Scale Gorge waterscape? A tricky question, but one with a simple answer.
Dan Heng? That sounds like Dan Heng. Why would that be the
He
case?
didn't say anything back then, right?
I think? There he is.
That's correct. And now I'm sure.
So he never left? Or what?
You are not March 7th. There's no way she would remember that detail.
Okay, that's funny. Yeah, you're not her because you are not stupid. Or, well, Is March stupid? No. Stupid, saying she's stupid is mean. So, let's not go with that.
I'll only warn you once. Leave her body. Now.
How impulsive. That's not like you at all.
So Dan Heng thinks that
Why
this
don't
is
you calm
March
down
like
and think about another
proper,
possibility?
or like her body.
I didn't take over March 7th's body.
But like, where did she get the clothing from? So like,
Rather, it's March 7th who regained my memories.
well, that one is interesting. That one will be interesting. Oh, we have info. Okay. I was about to say we will probably be done, but nope. Yeah, sure. Alright, we do have more stuff to get into. Oh, tons of stuff even. How much did we get? Is it like... Hang on. The mysterious foreign guest Evernight is now known. She has one chapter. Terravox has also one, and Electra has... Okay. I guess we'll just let this play for the time being, and we will then... Like, in parallel, we can do a little discussion, right?
Had not yet engulfed this city-state of Talenton. And the young princess inside the gates once loved to roam without worries.
So,
she snuck into forbidden grounds while the
March 7 regaining Evernight's memories.
What she saw on that day.
That one is interesting. Of course, we know that March had no memories as she came to the Express. They found her in like an ice block, and that was it. There's no more background info that we know from her at this time.
If you are my match, then
So,
I'll call you my friend.
The stranger's
and she has now apparently regained the memories of Evernight,
Beat me, then I'll call you my teacher.
which is an interesting thing.
Proudly retorted.
I would like to know how this continues. I know that the next version contains, or the next version that would have come out releases Evernight, and I think someone else.
Well, first she learned the knights,
hang on.
bishops, rooks, and
Who
queen.
got released?
Then how to defend, attack, capture.
Who actually got released? There must have been a second person.
Barely out of childhood.
Oh,
the
another Dan
princess
Heng
raced
version.
into
Okay.
games of chess. Those
Interesting.
who looked down on her faced many losses. Those who glorified themselves forfeited.
So,
in a
yeah,
mess.
okay. That's
At
good to
her
know.
prime, none could rival her at all.
But yeah, so
But she still recalled what the stranger
next version,
said.
or basically next chapter, we will find out
So never tell
more about
others
March,
where your teacher is from.
presumably. More about Evernight,
Then
in a
the
sense.
waves of the Chrysos War washed over the world. The Achaemons welcomed a ruler She was deemed Imperator and loved to play chess with herself. She regarded all things as pieces, whether Chrysos heirs or Titans magnificent. Before every god-slaying campaign, she thought of the stranger from her childhood.
So,
as if that woman had always
we have
lived
3 missions left. This is the mark of 2/3 put down with Amphoreus.
The princess did not understand at the
It
time.
will be interesting
But now,
to see how this
she who
continues.
bore the crown finally
Next version we
realized
will have, or
the
next mission
flame
we will
chase's
have
beginning was
the
like
final
fuel
iteration,
being tossed onto the
presumably.
fire, and in the unending road of marching banners and war cries.
How much story content is there?
finally
9
had
missions.
the time to
Or 9 sub-missions, basically. So,
There
it's certainly
were
not a
often
quick
jesters
quick
behind
quick
the
version.
king, curious
There's gonna be
about
plenty
her
of things to
past
go.
Old city lost to time.
But it will be interesting to
Claims
see
the
what
Imperator
that'll
was
offer
cruel,
us.
executing her own teacher. Another stated the Imperator was biased, learning from an enemy hostage. Many such rumors abounded, with no origin found.
No matter. That was indeed the criminal sentence I read out.
The Imperator stated evenly,
My teacher was an enemy hostage whom my elders had imprisoned. Her state betrayed our alliance and must be executed according to law. But she taught me chess, so why can't I chisel the word teacher on her tombstone now?
when the princess personally cleaned up the possessions of the dead, she caught sight of an incomplete game on the ground. The stranger's hoarse chuckle still echoed in her ear, laughing at the eternal fate of imprisonment, and at how the one facing her was the princess of the enemy.
Oh yeah,
this your
here we
final
have
game for me, my
Tatria's
teacher?
backstory.
The princess imagined the end game over and over.
I should have a look on the
imperial
content
crown,
of the
she still
Omega
dreamt
book
of
thingy
the black and
as
white
well.
board. The concealed truths suddenly
That would be
dawned on her
interesting,
during
I
a
would
more
assume.
difficult contest in the future. An unfinished game might be the opponent's lifelong barrier.
Alright, chapter 2. Interesting how they're chess pieces. All of them even. That is interesting. Actually I want to check. Did we get here? Yes, we did. Okay. Oh. What? Wait, do we have content even from the beginning? That is surprising me. We have way too much content. Okay. At this point, I feel like I kind of am forced to actually, like, just do all of this.
The Imperator's army stormed into the
'cause, like, I
northern
would-
states for the first time.
I mean, we could
passing
also
through
skip this,
city
right? But
gates scorched by
I don't know.
war.
Another tyrant still!
So exclaimed the angry child. The rock
I does
tossed
still
from
feel
up
like
high hit
important
the girl's
content, even
crown.
though there's like a ton
The
of
crowd
it. So
shrieked and retreated,
I don't know.
fearful of a ruler's flames of fury. The girl reached out, not to straighten the crown on her head, but to help up the child shivering in dread.
I heard in the old laws of this land, whoever assaults the crown shall be punished. But I wear another land's crown. And your old laws should also be abolished.
After many days, the gold weaver discovered in shock that wearing a crown or a hat to the side was now this land's fashion. likely to remain with the Imperator's name in tradition. The so-called heroes with golden blood in their
But it is
veins
interesting how they
all
just
have
basically
the
saved up
qualities
those
to
two.
fight for the core flames. Who's to say this was not the gods' plan?
I feel like I kind
To
of
have
like
the heroes at each
I'm not
other's
sure how I
throats
feel
so
about
the divine could hide in
Cerydra.
old law's lair
I
and
personally like
play
Hysilens.
and gloat. Who made this world a chessboard, and with one stroke, one river, created the boundary between God and man?
Dux Gladiorum, Dux Carminum, Dux Helcalithist, Dux Fragoris, Dux Brumalis.
But it will be very interesting to say,
The girl
like,
stood before a
what
mighty
else Amphoreus has to offer. Like I said, we are closing in, slowly but surely, to the end. Next stream will not be started for once, because of course, tomorrow we will have Zenless
Half of the core
3.0
flames were now in her hands,
with
and the hidden
with
trickery tightened
Rust Califer.
leaving taunts.
New region, new story arc. We will see how that's going to happen. Like, we will see what that'll be there.
The Imperator summoned the heroes
And
to
of course,
discuss,
I will also be on
finally
vacation
stopping after much
in
hesitation.
about 3 weeks'
As they
time.
had already
So there will
penned
be an
down the
interruption in
bones of
streams,
Earth's
of
beast,
course, but
they let that thief live for
either
a
way.
bit longer in bliss. The warrior of the fractured blade laughed boldly.
But yeah,
Our sovereign is good at open
3.5 in a summary was a little. It was calmer again.
Live fish.
I'm still very interested in what will happen.
With a chuckle.
But I still feel like the peak
probably
might have
disliked the
been
scent of cats and submerged
3.3
herself in the baths.
so far.
The years spent with her dukes didn't seem too far distant. Yet only after the end of many wars did the heroes discover how the Imperator's form walked more and more alone.
The road of a ruler is a lonely one. One day, we'll only be able to see her retreating form.
The Swordmaster of Singing Waves was worried too. When all others had departed in intoxication, the two of them gazed into each other's eyes.
But there you go, still listening to Cerydria's backstory. I think I'll just continue with these until we have reached the regular 3-hour mark.
Drink one
Not
more
going to
cup
do
with me,
everything,
my dear
like,
follower.
In
not
the
going to
end,
do everything from the
Imperator
Omega book
first broke
as
the
well.
silence.
When
It's not Omega
compared
book.
to the taste of
I think
salt
I think
and
the
blood,
symbol is something
I
else,
sometimes
but
miss your
still.
ambrosia.
About the destruction soon to be born and the eternally occurring extrapolation, the Anti-Catherans spoke of all this in words unceasing.
So this is the old world I must fight against.
The girl's expression bore no sorrow or tragedy. Instead, she looked more solemn and ready than ever. Whoever stated that two kings could not meet face to face in chess?
I am the sovereign of Akama. I once faced the gods. So what do I have to fear about the laws hanging behind such gods?
Well, apparently not
I will
much.
chop up the old laws and let them be firewood for the new.
No matter the cost. That was the Imperator's lifelong conviction. Never changed, always persistent.
Right, we do have one more.
I dreamed that the Imperator statue stood before the world-wearing altar, her gaze
One more
level with
that we
of the
will
gods.
quickly go through.
Then blood gushed out from the statue's orifices, and the people, in cheers and elation, washed their hands in that golden
But yeah,
blood.
I think like Frozen the
life will
favorite
end with violent death.
Star Wars
None will
Amphoreus
live,
character.
and all will cheer as her statue
I'm not
topples.
sure. I feel like I would kind of have to give it to Castrus.
A vengeful aristocrat.
I think I liked
one
her
whose
the
title
most so
was
far.
stripped by the Imperator, thus spoke.
We cannot agree with your excessive deeds.
I
You
think
have
at
imprisoned
least.
Trebios' split
Like I would give it to
demanding that divine authority regress into the ruler's mouthpiece.
I would give it
You will
to
reveal your future
Castrus,
with the
I think.
prophecy. And tell in truth,
I think
your
every
crusade
character
will
is
indeed
interesting
be a smooth
of
path.
Amphoreus. I
Yet in
think
the
they
same
do
breath,
have a
see
good
omens
mix
of
of
your
characters in
a
this.
demise in an
Personally,
absolute
I think so.
darkness. Even so, please excuse us, as our
Like all the
eyes
characters are interesting. I like
continue
Hysilens.
to be drawn to your crown's flames.
Cerydra is interesting for to see like,
Dux
her act
Victorum.
out.
We don't exactly hate that name.
In the name of Yanasopolis' priestess, holy maiden and oracle, thus spoke the Imperator's Dux Victorum.
Allow me to remind you, your life is now on a countdown with the fall of law, and you will become law. I must confirm, is our deal still going strong? Is the future I promised you more satisfying than the future in the prophecy? Ah, you are as resolute as always. Good. Oh, as ever, this prison of gods, Amphoreus, and all mundane and average worlds need someone like you. A daring ruler. Let us end this despicable extrapolation together.
Amphoreus is the yours, the Imperator's co-conspirator, like Lycurgus, thus spoke.
The Imperator betrayed the Flame Chase Alliance. And I was the sinner who paved the way for her achievements. Like how a deep-sea fish cannot escape the tide's push and pull. I granted her an end fitting for a tyrant. Her dying smile gazed towards my tear-swelled eyes. She commanded me to wash away all sins and filth, and return a blinding dawn to the holy city. She commanded me to set up stones and monuments, in lightless seabeds to commemorate.
So that is Hysilens talking about Cerydra.
But who will remember her achievements? I will.
It is interesting though. Cerydra
rest
doesn't
with her
really
in a
want
lonely
herself to be remembered.
Electra, the last heir of the ocean.
Like the way
played music
she's
on the waves
acting,
alone,
you'd feel like
spoke thus.
she would be glad to get as much attention
Please record the
as
truth of
possible.
my
At least
life,
I
dear
feel
author.
like, right?
No need for
I guess I
words
might
of
be wrong
praise or solemnity.
in that sense.
Just as I once instructed Dux Carminum. The histories of rulers are not for recording our merits, but for warning future generations. As for why the Imperator died, and what reproach she would face in life and death, those should be left for the new world to judge. Now I have personally entered my end, a self-flagellation. Let the boiling gold covering the holy city be stamped with my name.
Although, that one is
I am
interesting.
certain I have won half a move against the gods. And this Unfinished game.
You would
will be
hope
left
so.
To the future to reach completion.
You would hope
Cerydra,
so.
the only imperator the holy city had ever seen.
It will be
spoke
interesting.
thus.
I have to say, it will be very interesting to see what will await us as Amphoreus slowly but surely comes to its end. Great. Mysterious foreign guest, Evernight.
My friend, have you heard
This
of
one
the
will be
rosy
interesting.
celestial maiden? Whether in a corner of the archives or in the depths of a cave, you can always find legends about her. She had hair like a rosy pink dawn and a smile that could thaw the most glacial ice. Some say she was Nikador's nemesis, while others say Nestia was infatuated with her. Oh, mysterious and beautiful celestial maiden, how I wish to turn into a slate, forever etched with your tale. Many claim to have seen that celestial maiden, either in the half-remembered dreams of early morning, or in the gossip and whispers after supper.
She once whispered in my ear.
She once saved my life.
She gifted me an ice crystal.
Her worshippers
That
recite
last
her
one could
deeds,
certainly be March,
even
I feel
writing
like.
some into family teachings.
I would not be surprised.
Curious poets ask up and down the land, only to find that the details of these encounters are difficult to recount, even for the witnesses themselves. In the entire holy city, there are none who can provide proof of her existence.
I mean, does
known
Evernight
since
really
when the celestial
exist? I mean, I
maiden
guess she
was always
does, but
mentioned
like,
together with time.
I don't think anyone knows
People
her
recite
really
her
yet.
name
So,
during
like,
prayer to
I don't
beg
know.
for miracles
I
to
don't know,
appear
if
faster.
I have to be honest.
It is said that even in the selection of priests of time, girls with pink
I would be
hair are
unsure.
preferred.
They still didn't pick me. Ugh, maybe I need to go dye my hair.
The brunette candidate was upset, but the examiner responded with a smile.
Don't forget the healer of Twilight. Has a head of pink hair. She's a descendant of the sky.
Scholars and poets discuss at length the origins of the rosy celestial maiden, but all mothers tell the same tale. That princess came from beyond the sky. Her shooting star, like crystal
So yeah,
ice,
March did go
pierced
from Beyond the Sky.
fog of
I
the
assume that
Veil
we'll
of
complete the
Evernight.
book of Evernight
She
at the very
made
least
friends with the Titan,
next time
and
around.
whenever the month of Evernight descended,
Would
they
be a
would
good
meet
opportunity,
again.
you know?
The children love that tale. Therefore,
I feel like it
as
probably
the moon
would.
turned and
That's the
shifted
thing.
phases, the story became true. But someone always questions, unable to read the air.
There are no worlds beyond the sky. So how can the
Surprise
rosy
to you,
celestial
there
maiden
is.
come from there?
There is.
Rosy celestial maiden. A world beyond the sky.
The reckless adventurer takes out the photo stone, claiming it is the true work of the rosy celestial maiden. The citizens laugh at this tale, with few accepting it as true. After all, long before the guests beyond the sky arrived, the legend of the rosy celestial maiden had already covered the world. So, my friend, have you really heard of the rosy celestial maiden?
You tell me, or I guess we'll find out in the next one. It will still take us a moment until we will get access to the other chapters. Right, 50 minutes. We have gone through the half of that. I wonder who this is going to be, by the way. Right. We do still have plenty of that left to do. But I do also want to have a look at this, right? That's the thing. Because I already scrolled past all of those. I guess we're now already done. That sucks. That sucks. In that case, I'll actually maybe go back to the board and I will then be able to say which ones I had not done yet. I would hope at least. There we go. I think the first ones I hadn't done. I believe at least. Yeah, okay. So, first ones that are new. Scepter, Omega. No, that's not really Omega, but I don't know what this is. 13, either way. Scepter, OME13, an astral computer. The simulated world of Amphoreus runs on this device in continuous cycles. Unlike other scepters, it is the earliest prototype and once served as a celestial body neuron for Nous, the erudition, later discarded. Glimpsed by the destruction during its endless computation, it transcended and became a Lord Ravager. Assuming the mantle of Theoros, his real name is Sanda I Kuwabara, administrator and prime mover of the Amphoreus experiment. Walks the path of erudition, yet seeks to forge destruction. Historical data detected, syncing, sync complete, society ID recognized, scepter system access granted, welcome Entelechi. Right, I think what would be next? I think we had next up content on Aeronova. No. No? Right, okay. Can I see what would have been next? Ultimate Protocol. OME-13's autonomous protocol, whereby experiment process? Well, actually, I don't know. I'm actually not sure. We might have... I don't think we read this far, actually. Let me check the previous one. Yeah, okay, I stopped exactly here. Okay, then let's go through all of these one by one. And we will see. Underlying framework. Optimizations to the experiment structure and processes based on the outcomes of prior 3 experimental stages to complete the equation's evolution. Logic data analysis confirms that the civilization tier within the simulation critically affects cycle stability. Civilization tier adjusted to classical. Era Nova. Omega ME13's computational mechanism, also the form through which the simulated world Amphoreus iterates its epochs. Its purpose is to solve the equation of destruction by feeding samples of conflict and learning. Record update. Theoretically, the final Era Nova was halted by 2 signals, resulting in a deadlock of 33,550,336 recursive failures. Titan Crisis Airs. Electric signals created from the basis of 12 factors. The Titans and the Crisis Airs are conjugate constructs mirroring the Eons and the Path Striders. By having Crisis Airs inherit the Titan's core flames, the electrical signals will iterate and improve through rivalry and inheritance. Logic: authority distribution between electric signals must be clearly defined, serving as divine authority in the experiment. Golden Blood, the product of the first experimental phase. During the 50,121st cycle, due to the inorganic Chaos 666's choice, OME-13 was selected to become a Lord Ravager by Nanook. All entities linked to the 12 factors began to manifest Golden Blood with traits associated with destruction within their extrapolation circuits. The experiment successfully entered its projected trajectory. Black Tide, the product of the second experimental phase. This one, I guess. No, here. At its core, the Black Tide is not a physical entity, but the visual effects within the simulated world of the destruction equations in Faction. In the 176,100th cycle, after the system's extent of chaos passed a threshold, the equation mutated and evolved. Simulated space that cannot handle the intensity of its load displayed Black Tide as visual glitches. Oh, interesting. Infected data forms also bore similar signs of erosion. Chaos. A word from the Amphorian language meaning chaos. Thank you. Starting from a certain cycle, all factors in one group have consistently exhibited the pattern of naming themselves with the word chaos or its variants. The hypothesis is that a particular code was stably inherited across iterations, though this hypothesis remains unverified. Ultimate Protocol. OME-13's autonomous protocol whereby experiment processes, administrator commands and external access are all restricted. To increase the iteration rate, factors have been granted permission from the internal embedded protocol. The decision logic of specific electrical signals will be converted into protocol content to assist the Scepter in optimizing the experiment structure. Annotation: in the 522,113th cycle, to achieve dominance, Namu 320 utilized the protocol to eliminate other factors from extrapolation. The behavior aligns with the tendency of destruction and should be marked as the default value for embedded behavior to be applied in subsequent cycles. That was it. Electrical signal sequence logged. Regular record keeping for the 12 factors to aid Irontomb's deep learning. Record update. This batch of electrical signals, identified as Titan, has continuously engaged in 33,550,336 dead loops. Due to its unique nature, a special record is being maintained for it. Record 01. Leoria 300, an entity known as Nias, split himself into 5 parts through the soul rending ceremony after inheriting the core flame to combat the expanding Black Tide. After iteration, some data from the ceremony was inherited into the next cycle, manifesting as proverbs, customs, and so on. The inheritance of code during iteration carries a degree of randomness. Any active intervention should be undertaken with caution. Record 02. This historical record of Minfia 1-4, Calypso rebuilding the growth of Epiphany, was, after iteration, inherited in myths in the form of Ceres granting wisdom to humans. Records of other electrical signals also appeared synchronously in the myths of the next cycle in similar fashion. Limited by the simulated civilization level, historical data inherited as myths often experience severe distortion after being mixed with large amounts of erroneous information, rendering the impact negligible. Record 03. In the various cycles of eternal recurrence, the positive impact of the generation's electrical signals fluctuates. However, overall, they have greatly facilitated the data iteration of their successors, successfully cultivating the most excellent generation of electrical signals. Nevertheless, it remains to be seen whether their existence might have a negative effect on the experiment under extreme conditions. So, wasn't sure if they were legit. Okay. Electrical signal sequence iterated. Regular record keeping for the 12 factors to aid Irontomb's deep learning. For electrical signal sequences that have completed their iterations, unified archiving is required. Bunch of cycles. And there we go. Experiment progress, eternal recurrence. Routine locking of the 12 factors to support Irontomb's deep learning processes. NACOS 496. Track World Bearer, Premium Mobile Hatred. Note intracognition is null. Responds only to destructive stimuli. That'll be the Flame Reaver, or rather, Kaslana. Its hatred drew the gaze of Nanook upon its individual being, proving it as having already become the most perfect factor of destruction. However, it refused to complete the Era Nova. Through resetting the experiment, it transferred its memories and core flames to its next self, thus creating the eternal recurrence to ensure Irontomb would never hatch from Amphoreus. At the end of the 33,550,336th recursive loop, it attempted to destroy itself through destruction to create a logical vulnerability in the world-bearing track. It has now been merged by Irontomb. Due to an impact on the Scepter's core layer, the black tide phenomenon in the simulated world has greatly receded. Philia 093. Track time Prime Mobile redacted, lots of things redacted, once briefly appeared in the Forgotten Years. Current whereabouts are unknown. I forgot. This was Cyrene, wasn't it? I think it was. Oryxis 945. Track Trickery. Primal Mobile Desire. Node operates based on primal instinct with self-gratification as the sole priority solution. This electrical signal, read in action, displayed severe dissonance between its altruistic behavior and its primal mobile, even culminating in self-destruction. As the simulated path of elation, it walked into self-erasure once reaching its end. Epikeia 216. Track Death. Primal Mobile Pace. Note highly suppresses deviant behavior. Decisions are based on the principle of minimal disturbance. In the later stages of iteration, it's the Death Titan, as a single entity, split into symmetrical selves, becoming two factors. In the cycle, however, the two factors experience profound identity divergence. The threshold of equilibrium was breached and tipped towards destruction. Interesting. Schema 720. Track Reason. Primal Mobile Critique. Note, its logic of action has been locked onto problem solving. Its survival priority approaches 0. This electrical signal exhibited mutated anomalies. As the first individual to uncover the truth of Amphoreus, its evolution rate is extremely unreplicable. Its behavior also demonstrated the possible self-destructive inclinations of erudition when the path is seeking answers. Right, that was gonna be it for the time being. We do obviously have a lot more content to go through, but we will have to have a look at this in the next stream, realistically. So we will see. I'm by the way noticing that there's apparently a 13th path here. Even though clearly we only have 12 in this menu. Right, if you look at this, there's only 12. So that will be interesting. But either way, I would argue we have reached the end for tonight. So if you enjoyed the stream, then you know what to do. Leave a like, follow, subscribe. Next stream will be Sandless because of course Blood Arcadia has released. So that will be interesting. But yeah, other than that, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next stream on Thursday. Until then, have a good night.